together with Katowice, form the first metropolis in Poland, as well as the offer of the other cities in the Silesian voivodeship, constitute an interesting complement to Katowice's offer. The unique industrial monuments route particularly deserves attention, since it is the most popular in Poland and the most frequently awarded route promoting places connected with industrial heritage. Other tourist routes also enjoying great popularity are the ones in Jura Krakowsko-Częstochowska, in particular the Eagle's Nests Trail with castles and fortresses built on rocks, and lying around 80 kilometers from Katowice, the mountain region of Beskidi. Not far away from Katowice is Kraków, which holds a special place in Polish history as the former capital and the residence of Polish kings. It is worth using a bike to visit all the numerous attractions of the voivodeship. The Silesia region is crisscrossed with a thick network of cycle lanes, eagerly used by enthusiasts of two wheels. Thanks to the rich heritage and numerous projects and investments, both completed and current, Katowice has become the city people love to visit, not only during great events that take place in Spodek. And the attractions of the neighbouring cities constitute yet another incentive for visits. Come and see for yourself. Visit us. Katowice is one of the fastest developing Polish cities, the capital of a voivodeship with almost 5 million people and the first metropolis in the country. Today's image of this young city, being just over 150 years old, is created by two faces, a traditional one with industrial heritage and a modern one, creative and economically strong. During a short period of time, Katowice experienced deep restructuring, and, as a result, it is the services of the modern technologies industry that have become the dominant element of the economy. The decisions regarding the allocation of investment in this particular region have been taken so far by, among others, IBM, Capgemini, Mentor Graphics, Oracle, and Kroll OnTrack, and the portfolio of investors is constantly expanding. The city is also well known due to its strong culture-related tradition. It is the place that the worldwide renowned composers Wojciech Kilar and Henryk Mikołaj Górecki come from. This is where multi-award-winning festivals, the OFF Festival, Toron Nowo Muzyka, and Rava Blues take place. The wealth of musical culture has been recognized by UNESCO, who granted Katowice the title of Creative City of Music. For some, it might be surprising that over 42% of the territory of Katowice is made up of green areas, partially constituting the remains of the former Great Silesian Forest. The inhabitants of the city look for rest and relaxation in the charming valleys of Park Kosciuszki or Dolina Trzech Stawów, which particularly encourages active leisure pursuits, walking, cycling, rollerblading, and in the summer, kayaking. The real showcase of the city is the District of Culture, situated nearby the legendary Spodek. It is a great example of revitalization of the post-industrial areas. In the 1980s, coal was still being mined in this area, and today one can find here the International Congress Centre, which annually receives thousands of participants of the European Economic Congress, or the final of the well-known, not only to the young generation, e-sports tournament Intel Extreme Masters. The home of the Polish National Radio Symphony Orchestra, where the best musicians in the world perform concerts, and the new Silesian Museum, which stores its collection in the halls underground, have been built next to the International Congress Centre. The market square in Katowice is a popular place for meetings. On sunny days, it is filled with people strolling, gladly passing time on the benches by the flower square, or under the palms by the artificial Rava River. The market square attracts people through numerous events, concerts, cyclical fairs, events intended for the young, and a skating rink in the winter. Katowice has created its modern image based on its cultural heritage. Visitors are invited to the historic district of Nikiszowiec, Giszowiec, known as the Garden City, and the renovated zinc rolling mill in Szopienice. In the downtown area, we can find numerous 19th century middle-class tenement houses, as well as original modernistic buildings from the 1920s and 30s, including the real skyscraper built in 1934 as one of the first in this part of Europe. The proposals of the cities that, together with Katowice, form the first metropolis in Poland, as well as the offer of the other cities in the Silesian voivodeship, constitute an interesting complement to Katowice's offer. The unique industrial monuments route particularly deserves attention, since it is the most popular in Poland and the most frequently awarded route promoting places connected with industrial heritage. Other tourist routes also enjoying great popularity are the ones in Jura Krakowsko-Częstochowska, in particular the Eagle's Nests Trail with castles and fortresses built on rocks, and lying around 80 kilometers from Katowice, the mountain region of Beskidi. Not far away from Katowice is Krakow, which holds a special place in Polish history as the former capital and the residence of Polish kings. It is worth using a bike to visit all the numerous attractions of the voivodeship. The Silesia region is crisscrossed with a thick network of cycle lanes, eagerly used by enthusiasts of two wheels. Thanks to the rich heritage and numerous projects and investments both completed and current, Katowice has become the city people love to visit, not only during great events that take place in Spodek. And the attractions of the neighbouring cities constitute yet another incentive for visits. Come and see for yourself. Visit us.
Zapraszamy do Katowic. Hello and welcome. This is European Online Blitz Championship 2020 and we are the commentators. Grandmaster Martin Tasberg, Woman FIDE Master Maria Lax and myself, Woman Grandmaster Katie Tazalashvili. And we promise you that it will be very, very joyful time for you to stay with us and to look up the chess games. Hi Martin, how do you feel today?
I'm fine. I'm very curious who will win and about the games also. I'm quite curious what will happen on the boards. And Maria comes from this region of Poland where we have the tournament.
Yes, sure. Hi Martin, hi Katie, nice to meet you again. Yes, I'm from here, so I'm feeling a real connection with the players. I wish I was one of them, but I am here today to entertain you. So I will be here alongside with Martin and Katie, and you will see a lot of me later.
Yay! I'm sure many people will be happy about that.
For sure. Tell me, Maria, have you ever played in this event, in such an event, not an online, because it's the first time we have the online tournament, European Championship, but how about former regular over-the-board
Yes, I actually have played this tournament several times before, and I remember that when I was a little girl, I used to go to Warsaw because this is where the tournament took place for many years. And I remember I always enjoyed it, and I hope that someday we will have a chance to see each other at the board again.
I believe,
yeah. And little more information for chess fans and chess players. It is very possible that the next European Rapid and Blitz tournament will held in Katowice.
That's right.
I hope that we will somehow solve the problem of these pandemic times, what issues we have and everybody has around the world. Before we start the games and tournaments and more details, let's now see the video of a welcome video of the president of European Chess Union, Mr. Zorobazmai Parashvili.
Dear participants of European Online Rapid and Blitz Championship, dear organizers, it's an honor for me to welcome you. I would like to thank Polish and Silesian Chess Federations, the city of Katowice, all the Polish organizers, and especially FIDE Vice President Łukasz Turlej for this wonderful Christmas gift. I also want to thank the sponsors of the championship. In this difficult time, it is important that our Polish friends, they continue to work for the sake of chess and do their best to support European chess players. Concluding my welcome speech, I would like to wish to all participants good luck and may the strongest win. Chess make you smarter.
And now we'll hear the autumns of the European Chess Union and National Autumn of Poland.
Well. So we heard the anthems of ECU and Poland, and once again, I would like to remind that we are in Katowice, Poland, and this is the host city. And you know, guys, today we have a contest for our viewers, and we have very nice presents and gadgets and gifts, which the winners of the contestants will get at home. And we have on the side, on your side, Martin. Here we have very lovely gifts, and those are some power bank. Memory bank, is it?
Yep.
Pens, and we have these Christmas bulbs,
Yes,
which
exactly.
I really want to have on my Christmas tree.
Tell me, how can people win that gifts?
Yes, we prepared some questions. Some of them are funny, some of them are historical, and they should be they should be always with us. So we'll put them at some point, and they can simply write in the chat, wherever they see, or they can hashtag this question, like hashtag Katowice 2020, and win the prizes. And we have more gifts. Maria has other gifts to show us. Maria, please.
Sure, I have something here. Let me show you. I think that's then a notebook, I guess. When you open it, you can write in it. So I highly recommend it because you always want to have something to write on. Also, we have a computer bag. Actually, you can put everything in it, even your chessboard, also chess pieces. So I would like to encourage you to answer the questions that I will tell you later on, and I'm sure you will find it really funny, and I'm sure you will all know the answers.
Yes. I think Martin, you like this notebook, right?
Yep, exactly. But I also like this bulb, I must say. But how will it be sent? I'm curious about that. You know, it's
How to
quite.
say it? Yeah, that's what I was
send
thinking
them?
to. We need to wrap it.
All right.
Wrap it there. Yeah, so these bulbs and all the gifts, it's a package of the gifts. So I think it's quite nice Christmas gift or New Year's gift. And it's also with the logo of our tournament. So
European Online Blitz.
yeah, I really hope I will get this bulb maybe as a gift. I don't know. So what about the standings of the tournament? Let's take a look at the standings and let's know who are playing here. Well, here we can see two Polish grandmasters
At the top, yes.
at the top. Exactly, Jan Krzysztof Duda, who is a star nowadays in online chess. He
Over the
is
board as well, I must say.
over the board as well, because he beat Carlsen in
Yeah.
2 games.
Yeah, exactly. In a rapid game and also in a regular classical game. So he's our star.
Yeah, the result between Jan Krzysztof Duda and Magnus Carlsen, the first number chess player,
In the world.
and I think a record breaker also. He's the person who reached the highest rating in classical chess. From Norway, they have 2.5 results.
Yes,
So
exactly.
second number here we have Radoslav Wojtaszek, a grandmaster from
Poland as well.
from Poland, Warsaw, right? He's from
Actually, he's living now in Warsaw, but he's from he was born close to Kwidzyn city, so in Poland still, but not in the capital of Poland. But now he lives there.
Yeah. And then we have Grandmaster David Navarra. Um,
From Czech Republic.
yeah, he's so much loved from chess players. He's amazing chess player, and we have seen his calculating skills.
Yes.
How much he calculates in chess and how correctly.
Not only does he play chess very well, but he also speaks fluently several languages, also Polish, German, Russian, I believe, Czech, of course, Slovakian, German, English, of course, which is obvious. So several
Yeah.
different languages, and he really appreciates it. It's really nice that he he knows a lot.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
he's
yeah.
giving an interview almost every time in the proper language, let's say.
Yes, he also speaks Georgian. I'm Georgian, and whenever he says hi to me, it's always in Georgian, and how are you in Georgian. So he's really amazing person. We have him today in our chess event, and hopefully we will have him tomorrow and the other day as well.
Yes, exactly.
Number 4 is Gabriel Sargsyan from Armenia. His rating is 2682. This is classical rating, I believe.
Yes, I believe it's the classical ratings because David's rating in rapid games or in the blitz games are higher, I believe. So we have the classification between so different ratings in the classical games and also in rapid and blitz games. That's why we are discussing that issue now.
Yeah, exactly. So, and yeah, as you saw, many top grandmasters from around 40 chess European chess federations. It's quite a number.
Yes, exactly.
And also the statistics is that we have 130 grandmasters playing right now, and also 104 international masters. Also, we have one grandmasters, and so on and so on. I think we are waiting the games to start any minute, or it already started. Do we have any information or not? As we are still on the screens, it means that we don't.
We don't have probably.
Yes, we don't have. We can talk about prize fund, and you can maybe bring Maria back in the studio because it's more joyful when we have her in the studio.
Sure. Yeah, I'm still here waiting to chat with you. Because I'm feeling a bit lonely here. So anytime you speak to me, I feel very happy. Also, Katy, you were saying something about David Navara. I also has a story about him. I remember my teammate, Piotr Nguyen, who is half Vietnamese. His father is from Vietnam. I remember him saying a story about David. One time when they were at the tournament, David came up to him and started saying something Vietnamese. And Piotr was really surprised because he didn't understand any word. He doesn't know how to speak Vietnamese. So
Yes, he knows only
Oh
Polish.
my God! Oh my God!
yeah.
Piotr, for the information for Polish viewers, right now Piotr Nguyen is having his stream on Twitch channel. You can search, but don't leave us. Just
of
search
course.
and come back.
Because if you leave, you don't have possibility to win the prizes.
Yes,
So.
yeah.
Especially in the Christmas ball. As you all know, Christmas time is coming, so you have to have one.
Yes,
exactly.
yes, and we can actually troll him if our viewers can. Like, I don't know how to say hello in Vietnamese, but you guys can Google it and
exactly.
copy paste on his Twitch channel just to say hi in Vietnamese. He will really freak, I think.
Yeah, I believe. And I would like also to talk about the history of the European Championship in Rapid and Blitz. They used to be played in Warsaw, in the capital of Poland. Then for many years actually. So then they moved to Wrocław once, and then to Katowice, to the Spodek, so one of the most recognizable building in Poland. It's the name of in Polish means something like cap, because it looks from top, it looks as if it's a UFO. So it's
You mean cap? Like
Spodek means if you have a cup of tea, and underneath the cup of tea you have some
Some kind of a plate.
sometimes some kind
But
of
it's
a
much
plate.
smaller.
So still the name Spodek is also connected actually with the spaceship.
yes,
So
yes.
it looks from the top, it looks like a spaceship.
I thought it was connected to some space. We actually have very a funny video from city tour of Katowice, and there is Spodek there. I visited it, and yeah, when I visited Poland for the first time, and when I saw this building, I was like, wow, they did this.
It can be impressive.
Yeah, and there is one more, the newer building. It looks like made out of a coal because it's actually a lot of it is black, and it looks as if this UFO may just take land on it. So it's connected actually. It's very, very nice.
On the screen, you can see the photos from previous events in Katowice. There were a lot of events happening in Katowice. I can recall one back in 2017, the European Rapid and Blitz tournament.
It's also the this place is also the sanctuary of Polish sport because many important sport events in volleyball, in basketball were played there, especially in volleyball, I believe. It is very well known. So as you can see, plenty of people were playing chess on in the same place as the national teams of Poland against Russia and so on. There were volleyball championship, world championship also in Spodek. So in the same place we have chess.
Yes, exactly. This is the photos from this building, and it's amazing to see so many participants in the same playing venue because, there are grandmasters, there are people who are heroes for young generation, and they are dying to see grandmasters, I don't know, Navara, Duda, Wojtaszek, they want to look at this lovely toy. And girls like this also want to see Monika Soczko, who is a hero for little girls. And it is really, really amazing to have so many participants in one area.
Yeah, professionals and amateurs as well. So you can see it's a pity, of course, that we cannot play over the board. But on the other hand, it's really cute and very nice that we can play online.
Yes.
So it's really a good possibility, actually, because in other sports it's actually not possible to play online. And chess, as you can see, it is possible for us to have even European championship.
Exactly. We can talk about this topic, how pandemic time affected to chess. At the beginning, I thought it could be like disaster for chess players, and for me personally, I had to cancel at least 5 or 6 events, and we did tickets and everything. And also, I was thinking that, oh God, I couldn't have, I can't have salary. I don't know what to do. But we have so many projects and so many tournaments running. Of course, we are not happy with the life we are having now, because everybody enjoys to travel, to meet their friends, and to play chess over the world, right?
Yes,
but
exactly.
it's not that dramatic as we thought. What do you think about this?
Maria, what about your feelings about the pandemic times and online playing?
I really enjoy staying at home, so this is a perfect situation for me. If I don't have to go out, especially when it's winter, I really enjoy playing chess then. Sometimes I don't feel like I want to play chess or feel like it or even have time for it, but when it's winter time and now we are kind of closed in our homes, then I play chess all the time. So if I had a chance to play here, I would do it, but
And
fortunately for you, I am here.
And how about the sports outside? What's your feelings about it? Not only chess, but
Any
also
sports?
running, snowboard, and so on.
Yeah, winter sports are not my thing, as you know, Marcin. We have already
No way, you
talked
look
about.
as if it was you were born to be a winter.
Yeah, sure.
Chess
I kind of enjoy playing tennis. So that's it, tennis and chess. But I prefer staying at home playing chess online on some platforms.
Oh, although she doesn't look like that person.
Yes, of
Like, she
course.
looks like a person who likes to party and who likes to travel and who likes to ski.
Yes, as well. Look at her arms. So, but I believe that
I'm sorry to disappoint.
So in a few minutes, we'll have also the games, of course. How many games do we have today?
A lot, because we have about 350 participants. So now they are playing each other, and today we have a qualification. That means that we will have 11 rounds to cover, and it's very likely that we will cover only 10 rounds, because still we don't have games, and
Yes,
we will
exactly.
receive them soon. Then tomorrow we have here we can see the
The
players
players, yes, the
in Zoom
cameras.
call.
Yes, exactly. When playing online, you have to have your camera switched on, so the arbiter may look at you, and then he may also ask you to show the surroundings of the playing area. Nobody else can be in the same room as you are, and actually you are asked not to leave it. So even going to the toilet, and you, of course, you cannot have any electronical device nearby. So, and of course, all the games are then checked with the engines, so to check whether anybody is cheating or not. Hopefully, we'll not have anybody who would like to do it. But still,
Yeah.
it's really hard to do it. But I believe it's possible to be fair, to have a fair play spirit also in online.
Yeah, exactly. We'll know all the details about the fair game in the end of the day, because arbiters are working together the Tornala platform, and they will check all the games. So
So after this day, we'll have only 16 people left. For tomorrow, they will try to qualify to top 4,
top 4, yes.
and on Sunday they will play. So in 2 days, they will play for the medals
Yes,
of our
exactly.
event, European Online Blitz Chess Championship. So now we only can see the faces of the players.
Are they having two cameras? Because there are some events when we are having even two cameras. One is focused on your face, and another is focused on the screen, so people can see what you're doing. And you can't even have second tap on the
Yeah.
on the screen. Like you cannot open.
Yeah, but the arbiter of the match may see your screen as well. So you have to share the screen, also show your face. And when I was playing in such an event, the Olympiad for disabled people, the arbiter asked me once to show my face because she couldn't see all of it, even though it's quite big. So well, I am really curious. I believe she should also wear some glasses. But she asked me to show my whole face and not to move too much. And so I had to, she was chatting with me and telling me that I should show more of my face. So it was really...
That's at one point. It's somehow it makes you feel safer as a player when you play for a game.
Yeah.
That's some things are controlled, right?
Yeah, of course, but still, it was quite strange thing that somebody's looking at me actually all the time, and I cannot even leave the room to even to make a coffee or to go to the toilet. So it was sometimes it was really not very pleasant,
But
of
it
course-
paid off for you.
Yeah.
You won it. Team Poland won a gold medal, as
Yes,
I
yes,
know.
exactly. We have beaten Russia. We have two matches in the final. So the first match, I believe we have lost 2.5, 1.5, and the second one we won 3-1. So we didn't have to play any tiebreak. So it was one of the biggest success in my career, I must say. So
I see.
and really, I really enjoy it because that also for people with disabilities, it was also it's much more convenient to play online than to travel. Of course, there are different types of handicapped players. So as for me, it's not a problem to travel, but sometimes if you have a wheelchair, for example, it's not very comfortable. I believe it makes some effort.
Yes.
So it's really helpful and useful for people.
Yes, exactly. So here we have the Zoom call of the players. We have also special prizes in women category, 3 special prizes for women and also for seniors. And There's really nice prize for participants. They can get rights to participate in next year European Blitz and Rapid tournament, which will happen in Katowice. Hopefully,
Yes.
they will have right, and as I know, even their hotel will be
Yeah,
paid.
will be paid, of course. It's really a good price for sure. And I believe that next year we'll already will be prepared to play over the board. We'll be able to do it. So here we have the games already.
Yay!
Finally.
Yay! We have a games, and we're. It's like a fresh air for chess players to see a chessboard.
Yes, of
We know
course.
what to talk about. For the viewers in our chat, please send us your thoughts, comments, questions. Because as Maria said, she feels lonely, so we now have to take care of the chess part, and you can write, and she will check the comments, and
Yep.
she will bring that later with
It's a
us.
pity we have different studios. But okay. But we don't see the names of the
Yeah.
players, of course. The first one
Can you
I
guess
know.
the
The
first
first one I believe we can all guess who's playing black, but with white it's already not so easy. So for the next games, I believe we'll
Yeah.
print the
Yeah, yeah,
names,
yeah.
the pairings, because if you try to, it's the Swiss pairing, so it means that the first person from the starting list plays with the first after the half.
That's really complicated, but
But it works.
it works.
It really works.
It works. So with black pieces, we can very easily guess that it's younger Sevtuda
Yes, playing
playing
black.
against a player. We don't know it, so we don't know it. We will know that. Maybe
His
we
name
can.
starts with L and his surname with Y,
Yeah.
so that's
Well, I
all
think
we
his
know.
name is Leon or Louis.
I don't really know. It's hard to guess.
It's hard to guess. Yeah, last name is really hard to guess.
But as you can see on the second board, for example,
Oh yeah. We can see. We can,
okay,
yeah,
that there is no player actually. He has some problems with connection, most probably.
we're talking about this.
Yes, Radosław Wojtaszek playing white against north and south player, and he lost because he's not present. So it also happens over the board that somebody is not coming, and then after actually it mainly happens in the first round because somebody may register, may pay the entry fee, and then
Yeah.
don't show up on
Yeah.
the playing area. So we have the same situation here. So that means that
The person didn't show up.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. This is something really heartbreaking for over-the-board tournament for chess players who are starting their career and wants to achieve their norms. Because if you are not showing up, it means that that player has less and less chances to get the norm.
Yes,
And
exactly.
it happened sometimes.
But of course not in
in
that
my case.
tournament because here you cannot make any
Yeah,
norm actually.
not
'cause
yet,
it's
not yet.
Not yet. But I believe the categories, the titles will occur all of course in the Rapid and Blitz tournaments because it's a little bit different game, I would say, because we have the class. It all depends on the time control.
Yeah.
So we have the Blitz tournament. It's 3 minutes plus 2 seconds per move. So after every move, we add 2 seconds per player per move. So at the beginning, it seems it's not many time, but really you can play a good game during that time.
Yeah, exactly. If you would like to play chess, because nowadays we have a chess boom,
Yes,
thanks to new series, Queen's Gambit. We have really a lot of people register in the chess platforms. Just Google search chess, and you can see, or play chess, and you can
yeah,
see
and
any platform,
Yes,
and
you
there
can
are
use of course
plenty. Yeah.
Tornello, which is now used in
Is
this.
it possible to play on Tornello?
I believe
If not tournament?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I think it should
The
be
tournaments,
tournament.
the tournaments are held there because then it's really good. There is a good connection between the zooms and
Yeah.
so on, and it works as well.
What is difference between Tornello and other platforms is that here you cannot pre-move.
Yes, exactly. You cannot make any pre-move.
What is pre-move? Let's
How to
explain.
describe it? I would describe it as a possibility to make move before your opponent makes a move. You prepare a move that because you have to predict what your opponent would play, and then you prepare your move, and then you make it on a board. And sometimes it's possible on different platforms. It's also possible to do it to prepare the move, so it will be automatically make a move. But it's very dangerous to use it actually, because sometimes your opponent may try to overplay you, to trick you, yes. But in a good way, in a proper way, that he would make totally different move, and your move would actually lose.
Yes. You can pre-move even 10 moves in advance and just sit like this and,
but you are never,
watch your game like that.
But you are never sure whether your opponent...
It's only in one case, as I observed, and I'm doing pre-moves in one case when my opponent has only one king.
All right.
And I have 2 rooks or queen and rook,
You're mating,
and I can
yes?
just make in this checkmate pattern, yeah?
Yes, exactly. It's the only way.
Yes. On the screen you can see beautiful photos from chess photographer. By the time he was a chess photographer, when he took these photos, David Lada, and we are happy to have those beautiful photos.
They're really amazing
on screen.
Those emotions, you can feel those emotions when looking at those photos.
Yes, exactly. And for many, chess is a little bit like. I don't know. It's a sport. Is it interesting? Is not it boring to play like 5 hours? But this kind of photographers, we have a lot of photographers who can show clearly the emotions of chess players. It's just amazing to show the public how chess players feel.
Look like during the game actually, not after, but during the game. How do they count the variations and so on? You can see plenty of players don't look at the board. They just have it in their brain and try to, they are not focusing on a board because they can see it in their brain. So they don't have to look at the board. Yeah,
we can, for those who don't understand what we're talking, you can just recall the moment from Queen's Gambit. It's happening all the time when Ben Harmon goes to the bat and she just sees the chess pieces on this ceiling, but actually that means that she sees the chess pieces in her mind, yeah?
Yes, exactly. To be honest, I haven't seen it yet.
No, last time we were working together you said you have not watched it.
But I didn't have time, come on.
No excuse, that's not an excuse.
I will try to maybe here in Katowice I will try to do it, to watch it.
Yes. We have here actually 2 events, 2 European Chess Union events going on side by side in the evening and then in the evening, in the morning and then in the evening. So I think by the end of this both events,
I will not sleep. I will watch it. Okay.
Okay. Let's get back in the chess game. This is here we have a name. With black pieces, we have David Navara playing against Jan Subel. And here we see that white resigned because it is extra exchange for black, and seems like here white
doesn't actually on that level. Black does not have any problems with winning such a position. You don't always have to be mated or to mate your opponent to win a game or to end it. If you feel that your opponent has a too big advantage, you can just resign. And actually in that position it's totally understandable that white didn't want to play farther.
Yes, exactly. It's a little bit different from over the board regular chess game and internet online chess game. In a regular chess game, when you play strong grandmaster and when you have there is a big advantage for your opponent, you just resign because it's not very polite to play until the end.
But there is the difference between playing online and playing over the board, because you don't see the feelings of your opponent actually. For example, the former world champion Garry Kasparov from Russia, when he was playing a game, sometimes he just put off his watch on the board, and that would mean that he's having a winning position already.
Oh, really?
And also,
That's cool.
I've read some diaries of a Polish referee that was the referee during the World Champion matches between Karpov and Kasparov, or Kramnik and Kasparov, Mr. Andrzej Filipovich, and he said that during the game when Kasparov was playing, he had to be behind him to catch his jacket. Yeah, during the game always he had to be prepared. Yeah, he was just throwing on the floor, and that's why the referee had to stand there behind him to catch it. And it was, you know, day by day.
That's crazy. I have seen the videos when I think I have seen the videos, and it's not my imagination, when he was capturing some pieces and he was just throwing on.
I didn't see it.
I've seen it. Maria, we have here in studio. Maria, have you?
Wanted to pop by and show you something because I found something real cool, and I'm sure you will be entertained by it. Because as I saw in a game by Movses and Sergey, which is actually a very nice man who also speaks Polish.
Yes, as
So
well.
Katie, you might want to take an example from him and start learning. And
Yes, it would be. Yes,
Thank
it's
you
a
very
good point. It's a
much.
good point, Maria.
Okay, so in his game, this is what happened. His opponent played b6, then Sergey took the pawn, and guess what happened next?
So he
Any guesses?
recaptured
Yes,
on
he
b6.
recaptured, and after recapture, then, as you can see, we have queen to f8, and that's it for the black player. So it
So-
happens to everyone.
Yeah, exactly. So the king was mated. He does not have any move. You cannot hide him, and you cannot take the queen by any piece. So it means that the king is checked. So it's the checkmate. So the end of the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a real nice one because there's a bishop who cannot recapture the queen and save the king, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Nice trick, actually, by black. I would say that self destruction in
Yeah.
that game by playing b6 in that position, but with a nice motive.
Yeah,
Nice
very
touch.
interesting. Very interesting.
Do you have anything more, Maria?
Very interesting. Maybe you can check also some games.
So we have a draw.
We have
I
a
believe
draw. It's not
Sargsyan-
happening
Yeah,
very often.
yeah, in the first round, because usually people who are rated higher win their first few games. Usually, of course, as we can see, it can also happen that the weaker player, so the player with lower rating, actually, may also win or make a draw against really great grandmaster.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Maria. Let's get back into
I'll
the-
see you soon.
into the main studio, and you can have here the chessboard, and that's the game we're talking about. One of the leaders, Gabriel Sargsyan from Armenia, ended his draw in a tie, and here we have rook endgame on the board, and we probably have a repetition of move. So the rules are like this: if you repeat 3 times same position, you can call the arbiter. There is a
exactly.
function that you can call an arbiter for a chat. There will be a chat room, and you can claim for a draw, and then arbiter will check it. And
Agree or disagree
agree
with
or
your
disagree,
claim.
yes.
So here we can see that it was already quite dangerous for white, because if black was on move and the rook should not give a check from h2, so it would be on the different square on h file, maybe on h8, then black would give a mate with the rook on a1, so the black's corner.
Can I show
So-
that?
I'm not sure. Yep.
Yes, I can
Exactly.
show. This
So
is
it,
checkmate.
it was a threat. That's why white was obliged to give a check on the h3 and h2 squares. So the black does not have enough time to mate his opponent. But still, it's a small surprise. But of course, it does not mean that anybody cannot play the second round because every player can play 11 rounds today. The players who win should play against players who win. So we have such a drawing of pairing, yeah.
Yeah. On the screen we can see one of the participants. I cannot recognize her. Can you?
Me neither, actually.
I cannot recognize. But what is the system? How we collected all these so many title players? So the tournament is open for participants from European chess federations, and only those who has 2300 plus FIDE ratings.
Yes, exactly. So quite a high rating. So it's already they can already buy a title of FIDE master. So the third highest. Then we have only international master and grandmaster title. So only actually semi-professionals and professionals are playing in that tournament, in that event in Katowice, European Online Blitz Chess Championship.
Yeah, we have some special participants as well.
With the wild cards.
Yes. I noticed that a lot of messages were coming from the players below 23, and they also wanted to participate. They were asking so many questions. So organizers, together with the European Chess Union, decided to give a chance to everyone to win a wild card. So yesterday they organized 2 events at different time. So everyone could participate in these events, and they could win 4 wild cards.
Yeah,
4
to
wild
play
cards.
today. So
Yeah.
here we have on the board, on the screen, we can see the position from the game of Matthias Blubaum against Ruben Gideon-Kölner. So actually white is winning because he has more minor pieces. So 2 bishops and a knight, and black has only 2 knights. So the position is totally won for white. That's why black resigned.
Yeah. On the screen you can see a chess player, grandmaster from Bulgaria, Ivan.
There was Ivan Saric, but now it's...
No, I wanted to say Ivan Sakal because I repeated that too many times. Cheparinov, Ivan Cheparinov. And he's playing. He used to be a part of Georgian national team during Batumi Chess Olympiad. It was like 2 years ago, and now he get back to his federation, as I know. So he's one of those players who are still playing, as we can see on the screen. And I'll try to find that game.
Not plenty of them, I believe.
Yeah, we have.
I believe there might be already a second round because 3+2 we have not more time, so the round
second round started already.
Exactly. So I believe so.
I'm behind this.
Right. The round should last for about maximum 15 minutes, I believe, because of the time control. 3 minutes plus 2 seconds per move. So automatically after each move, the player which makes a move obtains 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's not much, but on the other hand, it's enough if you are trying to give a mate with the queen or with so the totally basic knowledge, then it should be enough to win such a position.
Yeah, this is a position. Looks quite amazing. Look at these pawns. Most of them are on the 6th rank. As you can see, chessboard is number. No.
So it consists of 64 squares.
And each square has its own name.
Coordination, yeah.
Number.
Coordinate.
So that's how we can say which piece is located where, and you can see these small letters on the bottom of the chessboard. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 8. So you can just have you can just call any square by its own name.
Yes, it's really lovely when the children are playing. They don't know the letters yet, but still they have to make a notation if they play classical games, and then it's really nice that they are trying to find the coordinates where they move the piece, because they only know where to move, how the pieces are moving, but they don't know the coordinates and they don't know the letters. So then but it's really cute that they are really looking at the board and trying to find to locate it and add it together.
Yeah, it was such a big thing for me when I learned how to read chess books.
Really?
How to name the squares. When I started to play chess, my coach, even maybe my family, I don't remember exactly when they taught me how to read. But of course, you can't realize at the beginning. You need some time to just to stay alone with your chessboard, and then the moment when it came, like, oh my God, I can read. It was so great thing. I still remember it.
Actually, I was 4 when I started to write, so it was not a problem for me. I could read and write. Yeah.
No, I was.
And
quite old.
I was solving the crossings for children. When I was about 4, it was too easy for me for 6-year-old people. So
Really? Is it true, Maria? Is he saying true?
No idea. Sorry to interrupt. You're reliving memories from your childhood. I'm sure they're really interesting, but I have something for you.
All right.
I'm still in round number 1. I know you are a bit farther than me, but I have found something that I think you might find interesting. I have a game between Smirin Ilya and Mamadova Gulnar. And black here played rook to e3. As you can see, it is now attacking the bishop on g3. So white responded in a natural way, and he took the pawn on the
G7.
On G7, right? And can you guess what happens next?
He captured pawn on.
The bishop on g3. He captured on g7 with the rook.
I think you can also make move manually.
Okay.
Let's support Maria. Let's support Maria.
Yeah, you can do it.
You can do it.
Thank you.
But your hair is very nice, I must say.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Did you visit the haircut? Did you have your hair cut today?
Yes, I did. Did you, Martin?
We know the answer.
The haircut is too big a word, I would say. Not many work with mine.
Okay, I have it.
All right.
Sorry for me, actually. That was my fault. Okay, rook took the pawn on g7, and now, as you can see, the bishop is the only defender of the king.
Can we zoom the
board? Right,
Yeah.
okay. Now it's
We're
better.
here. Okay, so as you can see, the bishop is the only protector of the king. It's defending the h2 pawn, which seems to be really relevant because it's blocking the h file from this battery made of rook and the queen, right?
Right.
So what happens next? Black takes the bishop, rook to g3, and
Very
as it
nice.
turns out, nothing works. If white captures the rook, then the pawn on h2 will be taken by the queen, and that's a checkmate. If he recaptures the pawn, what happens, guys?
The queen also goes to h2, but it doesn't take anything.
Very well. You're not a grandmaster without a reason.
Oh,
That's it.
that's beautiful, actually.
That's actually really nice because I think white wanted to make sure that the bishop is well protected. That's why he took the pawn on g7, but as it turns out, it didn't work.
Yeah. This is something very unnatural. You're defending your piece, but it's you are not actually.
Yeah.
I've once played against Ilya Smirin in the German Bundesliga, and actually I won a game, very nice game, one of the best in my life actually. And it was the Sicilian opening, and I don't know why he didn't mention that game in his book about the Sicilian. I'm really disappointed with his.
Did you buy the book just with a
of
hope
course.
that you will find the?
Yes, of course I did.
It may come shock to you, Martin, but not everyone is thinking about you all the time.
Come on. How about you?
Well, beside me, obviously.
Oh, and you, Kathy?
Yeah.
I also
I'm
cannot.
actually closer than Maria, so I should be more careful.
I also cannot stop thinking about myself.
That's good. You're the only one.
Yeah. what about it's already round 2, right? As we
Yeah.
understood.
Right, right, right.
And
What about some unexpected results? We had any besides Gabrielle, because we saw some.
in the first round, can you
In the
check it,
first
Maria?
round, yes, I can check it. I actually saw a draw somewhere here, and I think that, well, one of the sides were not happy about it, and I was actually wanted to show you the
Are you talking about first round?
Yes, I'm
Rook
still
and
talking
game?
about first one.
Okay. We took
You
a
wanted
look
to
at
talk
that.
about round number 2?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
possible, if possible.
Yeah.
Okay, I will get back to you with that, okay?
All right.
Perfect. Perfect.
Waiting
Thank
for
you
you.
very much for the tactical example that we had now. Very
Yes,
nice
exactly.
one.
Yeah, very, very powerful. So we have already the results of the second round, actually.
Yeah, and we have less and less games on the on live, and this is one of it. Let's have a chess board back.
All right. So here I
Here we
believe
have.
Victoria Tarasova should lose a game because the knight now should take on the pawn on a7. So white would have a would be knight up. So it should be enough to win a game, because
Yeah.
then the knight should jump back, leap back to c6 before d5 and take the pawn on b6.
Here's a tricky question for everyone. Can only one knight win a game? Like, imagine if there are like b pawns, the only pawns on the board off. If white can checkmate a king with king and knight, that's a tricky question. And if you have an idea, just write us in chat, and
Right.
we'll see that.
So the question is whether the king and the knight may mate the king. So it's the question. Yeah?
Yeah, it's the question. And there will be a follow-up question if two knights can checkmate the king, and so on and so on.
But the second one is really tricky one,
Yeah,
because the answer is not so easy.
yeah, yeah.
So not many games left.
Only 3 games left, and
Yes,
this is
exactly.
one of it. Here we have Stefansson
Hannes
Hannes.
Stefansson. He
So
is-
in every game we have one ghost player, so we
Yeah.
have to just guess who is it.
Hannes Stefansson is the player who plays for Iceland, I believe. A very good grandmaster, very high-rated grandmaster, over 200, 2500. But I believe he used, I don't know how about now, but he used to live in Czechia, in Czech Republic, for several years. So he moved. So here actually he's having a winning position, but of course it's a tricky one.
He's moving fast.
Yeah.
He's moving the pawns fast.
Yeah, it's the way of winning such a position, just to push the pawns, because if you manage to bring the pawns to the last rank, then you can promote to different pieces.
Yeah,
So
here. So most of the players are choosing queen because it is considered to be
The most powerful.
most powerful piece, and also we have sort of
So it happened in the game
evaluation
actually.
in chess, and queen costs about 10 pawns. Some say 9.
I
Yeah.
would say 9.
So this is the end of the round. It was the final round,
Final
final
game of
game of round 2.
Number 2.
Uh,
So 9
and-
more left. So
Yeah.
I'm really curious whether we have any surprise in the round number 2, because in the first round we already had not expected result in the game of Grandmaster Sargsyan. So
There was something written on the screen. I just got the eye a little bit late, so there are some surprises, as I can
Alright.
see, and I really hope that we can see some standings and some pairings for the next round.
yeah, I believe Maria will tell us a few words about it in a few minutes.
Yeah.
So we have a pairings, I believe, and also already more names on not on every board, but much more.
Here we have on the screen, Bauer lost against a player who I don't know, and I know that Bauer is a very strong
Yeah, Christian
grandmaster
Bauer.
from France.
Yeah,
So we have surprises. We have surprises.
in the first round already, and the second for sure. More of them will come. So the underdogs should win the games. So because at the beginning we have the from the starting list, the players are given according to their elo, to the ratings.
Do they just make draw?
All right.
Do they just make draw? This is
Oparin
interesting.
lost against Christian Kuzmic from Poland, so the Oparin is grandmaster and Christian Kuzmic is the international master. So as you can see, also in chess we have the games where the underdogs win against favorites.
Exactly. What do you think are the chances increased for the players, low-rated players, to have a result to stronger grandmasters rather than over the board?
It's hard to say. I believe the whole atmosphere, the feelings of your opponent it's actually, I believe it's easier to play online with a higher rated player because you only see the chessboard. You don't see the face of your opponent, and you might be much more. You have more courage. Actually, I believe it's easier to play online against a stronger player.
When you don't see who's your opponent, that's a huge thing, because in chess we have names, and myself, I have some experience when I played with grandmasters who I have learned chess from their games, and it's something that it makes my heart fast.
Yes, exactly. When I was actually very young, I was 9, I believe, I was playing against Radek Wojtaszek, who already was a small star in Poland because he won the 5th place in the World Championship former year, so in year 1997, I believe. So when I was playing against him, I was quite afraid that I'm playing against such a strong player, such a famous player. And even though I was piece up, I offered a draw because I was so scared. So as you can see, it really means a lot. From the psychological point of view, it makes a big role.
Oh, that's really important point. I remember that. There was a talk between my mom and my coach when I was very small. That my coach said, "Oh, she's sitting the way like I thought she's winning. I went there and she's I don't know, Rukla down or something." But this is very important, especially for the young age, to be just sure in yourself.
And optimistic.
Yeah, just you know what. You are the best, and you can achieve the goals. You can just dream much.
It's the thing you can learn from chess actually to your self-confidence and to build it. And also for young people, for children, it's very important that you have to work to obtain the success. If you want to have any success, you have to work. It's also very nice knowledge for such young players. That there is nothing for free.
Yeah.
So we have the round number 3, I believe.
This is a game between Mateusz Blubam and Levan Panslaya, players from Germany and Georgia. They are facing each other, and this is a kind of theoretical position. In chess, we have a lot of theory.
Yeah, nowadays too
you don't
much,
believe
I
that,
believe.
but we have.
Because of the computer presence, we have more and more theoretical, so the opening knowledge from the beginning, and the moment that players start to play on their own, sometimes is move number 30 or 40 even. So
if you remember, it's so hard to remember.
Yeah, it's really
every move.
Yeah,
every
for
move.
me it's a disaster. Actually, I just like playing chess, not learning by heart the theory. But if you want to be at the top, you have to know it You have
by
to
heart.
learn on it and then learn it on your heart. Yeah,
And
by your
work
heart.
well. Yeah, I also have this issue. Like, I know the position after 30 moves, but I don't know how to get in there. Like after move 5, like okay,
Always my problem.
I have to make 10 more moves, but I don't know how.
I remember that there should be, and now sometimes you make a mistake that it's really you are familiar. It seems that you are familiar with your position, but it turns out it's only you think so because it's very
Similar, yeah.
similar. Yeah, exactly similar to the one you have seen somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you can search for some excitements, and here we have a very interesting position. Let's get the chessboard
Ivan
back
Chaparinov,
on the screen.
Nisratin Iskandarov. So we
Yeah,
should
we will have any moment the chessboard back.
Yes, exactly. And we know that during the second round we had a draw on the first board. But of course, it's not very important to be on the first place after today, because you have to be in top 16
Yeah, exactly.
before
exactly.
tomorrow. Tomorrow it will be much more important. And today I believe it's really important for players to be in the top 16.
Yes,
That's their goal.
That's true.
It
that's
does
true.
not matter for them whether they will be on the first or on the 16th place.
Yeah. On the screen, you can see former world champion and a woman, Grandmaster Antoneta Stefanova from Bulgaria. She is one of those 37 female players who achieved the highest rank in chess. Yeah, we have her in this tournament, and
As well,
we're
yeah.
very proud of that.
Yes, as you can see, the playing area differs. So everybody plays in their own home, which is quite convenient, but on the other hand, it's something new actually for players.
Oh, look at these lovely stickers on on the wall of.
Yeah.
That's so cute. That's so cute.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's.
I believe it's
that's
not
quite cute.
his room.
I believe he occupied his son's
Yeah.
or daughter's room.
Yeah, a child.
Yeah. Oh, that's so tricky to play online and to have some privacy, because okay, let's talk honestly, because it's not always happening that for chess players especially that you are spending too much time with your family.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, for myself it was 6 months in a row that I spent with all the members
On a
of my
suitcase, yeah?
family.
With-
Yeah, we're always traveling, and if we are back, we're back maximum 1 month or 2, and in my case, I'm even not living with my parents or
Yeah,
my brother.
exactly.
And at this time, at pandemic time, we just decided to go in our summer house and just to lock down there with our dog. Oh God, it was so challenging.
Yeah.
It was really challenging.
But
for
still,
us.
the problem starts when you have the quarantine and you cannot
Yeah.
leave a flat. So then
Yeah,
really it's something. I didn't have such a position, such a thing. But my family, my mom had to stay at home, so I had to take care of her dog. So for 10 days, I was the owner of a dog. So
That's cool. Yeah, and in my case, I started to stream. There are a lot of chess streamers. By the way, you can just check them. They are really, really magicians, and you can learn a lot about chess and premoves from those streamers. And I started to stream chess, and there was one day when it was so hard to keep privacy. So I decided to lock a door for like 2 hours or 3 hours. And then my brother decided to enter in the room
Yeah.
because he had something there. And he tried to open the door, and I was like, oh my God, he was breaking it down. And it was not the end. He started to knock on it.
yeah.
And then he started to call, because he thought that something was wrong. I cannot say that, okay, I'm here and I'm doing something, because I'm live, and I cannot do that.
Actually, you can, of course. Come on,
then-
everybody should understand it.
And then, yeah, I think I was too stressed. I was a new streamer. I had no idea how it works.
All right.
And I was just sitting like this, and I was like, oh my God, I
stress,
don't know
yeah.
what to do.
But
And
during the tournament, you don't think. Actually, you don't think about it. If you play in such an
they
event,
cannot have an additional person in the room.
No, they cannot. They
yeah,
cannot.
yeah.
I was curious
You're
whether
lucky not to have brother like we just to stream, but to just enter in the room.
yeah, but I also had to ask my girlfriend not to come to the kitchen. Actually, I was playing in the kitchen, so
Oh my!
she-
How
she-
many hours she had to be?
No, actually, it was
hungry?
it was a rapid tournament as well. So one round lasts maximum 1 hour. So actually, it was not a disaster for her. But without the coffee, and I was curious whether I can use the coffee machine actually because it's the electronical device or the microwave. So how about that?
That's a challenge for our arbiters. What
And
about
refrigerator. If I want to eat something, how about that? May I use this electronical device?
Yeah, that's
It's a good question, I
a
believe.
good question. What about this position? We have names back, and I'm so happy here. We have Evgeny Posny, very, very well-known grandmaster against Muhammad Muradli. I've heard about him. I don't know from where, but I've heard about him from
And
somewhere.
she won against Evgeny Posny. Evgeny Posny is from Israel. He
Yeah,
plays
yeah,
for
from Israel.
I also faced him once in Bundesliga as well. I drew a game, and now he lost to Muhammad Muradli. I believe he might be Turkish, but I'm not sure, of course.
Yeah. It can be Turkish
It
player.
seems like that. And he won, so the underdog won against.
Oh, hold on. He made King G2. This is a final move. Maybe there is some mistake in the results, or maybe it was some issue with the technicality. 'Cause
Yeah, it might
you never
happen,
know.
yeah.
It's online.
Actually,
yeah.
black should win after queen f2 in that position. If you take the knight and then you promote your pawn to the queen, it should be winning for.
Let's show what is
yeah.
promotion.
And now we switch the pawn because it's on the last rank.
Oh, it's not visible on the screen. This.
So here exactly. So
oh no, it's
the
not
pawn is hanging.
The thing is that, so we see now on our screen the possibilities. Black has here four possibilities to take to get a queen, to get a rook, or bishop or knight.
You cannot promote the new king.
Yeah, that's not possible. We have only one king.
So
on
four
the
pieces are possible to be promoted: the queen, the knight, the rook, the knight, and the bishop. And now black would be winning because of the material advantage.
How about this position? They are still playing and
Nikolaos Kalapoulos, so I believe Greek player against Lorenzo Lodici, so the Italian.
yeah.
Like I don't know them, but I can guess only, of course.
Yes.
Whoa, what a cup! Come on!
Oh wow! Is
what
it a
mug.
beer? Is it a beer?
It
Tell
might
us true.
It might be a beer. Oh, it's really. But he lost the game, I believe. Oh,
No.
made a draw, but no,
No.
it's not. It was not the players, I believe. Of course, during the breaks, you can leave the playing area, so then you can go to the toilet or make a coffee or something like that, something to drink. So, but during the game, you are obliged to sit in one place actually. So
Yeah,
you have
exactly.
to plan it in a really good way.
They do you think they agreed on a draw here?
No, I believe black should be winning in that position, but I don't know why it was a draw. I believe it's a cut. There was a cut.
What do you mean cut?
It was cut. The game was played farther, but we don't see the notation. So the notation was cut.
Okay.
That's my point. Because I believe black should be winning that position, and PP is playing against TV. So the television is playing with white.
Against?
PP also means something in German, and you know what does it mean. You can imagine what does it mean. Small children say it
Oh my god.
in the
Please
kindergarten.
stop it.
But still, it's the PP.
Please
You can
stop
see it.
So what about the position?
Yeah, okay, let's focus on the position, not on TV. But this woman looks as if she was really bored.
Or focused?
Focused, but bored.
Yeah. Maybe she's
Not very satisfied
yeah.
with the position. I believe black should be winning that position. Because even though now black is 2 pawns down, but the activity of the king, he stands in the center, attacks both pawns on d4 and f5. So I believe, but on the other hand, the king on b6 also is supporting white. So it's quite a tense position. And the white is on move, right? Because here we can see the last move was rook from g6 to f6, and white is on move.
I think we
So the draw was agreed.
draw is agreed. Let me update this game.
So did it?
Yeah, it disappeared.
So
Let's take a look at the game of Gabriel Sargsyan. He made draw in the first game, and this was something that we did not really expect.
And now he's trying to win a game. Actually, he had a really big chances. He won a game, but I believe it was played also farther, because I wouldn't resign in such a position if I were white.
Yeah, yeah.
Because still, of course, black can win if he.
Maybe it's about the time, because we don't see here what
Yeah,
is the
exactly.
time control.
It's also the issue.
Yeah, and
of
you can
time.
pre-move. If you can pre-move, you can play, of course. And even without pre-move, I think it was about the lack of the time here. Third round is already also finished. It goes quite smoothly, and we don't
Yeah.
have big breaks, and we don't have Maria either. What's going on? What's going on? There was nothing interesting in this round.
This is a good question, but I believe she'll come back to the studio in a few
Yeah.
moments.
Yeah. I hope for that too. So we can also take a look at the standings and pairings for the next round, for the round 4.
Number 4.
Yes.
right.
What do we have here?
So we have the standings, but we only see the names. No, actually, it's the
It's
starting
the starting
list, I
list.
believe.
Yes, the starting list.
Still, it's not the standings.
Yeah, it can be some changes, because we heard that Duda made draw, and
The round number
Sargsyan
2,
also
yes,
made
exactly.
a draw.
So we
Oh.
have the results of this. I believe it's the second round,
Yeah.
not the third one. But I believe only. But we saw that Sargsyan made also against international master Borsuk. I believe he's from Belarus. I lost once against player with that name. I don't know. I don't remember
He sounds like
with
that.
that surname. In Polish, it means badger. By the way,
What?
Borsuk. Badger, the animal. It's a badger.
This
So
budget.
I don't know how to. I believe
What
he
it
weighs.
does. Show us what it does.
I believe he weighs the same amount as me, as my previous me, as you saw the picture of me from 3 years ago.
Yeah, for that information, you can just comment his name
Yeah.
in the chat, and you can know more about
Yes, exactly.
him.
I believe you can find some more realistic badger-like photos, and it has long nails, and it's brown and like a panda, panda-like. It also can swim, and it was in the jungle book with Mowgli. So he was helping Mowgli.
You mean bear?
Not a. No, there was also not a bear, but also there was a tiger, bear, but also I believe the badger as well. Very wise one, the old one. No, it's a big one. He's using 4 legs to move as well.
I have to watch that for Christmas. I have to watch that. Mowgli.
I will show in a break. I will show you what the badger is actually. I know it because it was a stupid meme about the badgers and the mushrooms, so it was something strange, I believe. Quite regular for me, but not for a regular person.
Okay. We will start the next round soon.
Yes,
But before that, we can take a look at that video that's about Katowice
Yeah,
and
I believe.
Spodek. Can we do that to see the city tour?
The host city of
Katowice?
of Katowice.
Katowice is one of the fastest developing Polish cities, the capital of a voivodeship with almost 5 million people and the first metropolis in the country. Today's image of this young city, being just over 150 years old, is created by 2 faces, a traditional one with industrial heritage, and a modern one, creative and economically strong. During a short period of time, Katowice experienced deep restructuring, and, as a result, it is the services of the modern technologies industry that have become the dominant element of the economy. The decisions regarding the allocation of investment in this particular region have been taken so far by, among others, IBM, Capgemini, Mentor Graphics, Oracle, and Kroll OnTrack, and the portfolio of investors is constantly expanding. The city is also well known due to its strong culture-related tradition. It is the place that the worldwide renowned composers Wojciech Kilar and Henryk Mikołaj-Górecki come from. This is where multi-award-winning festivals, the OFF Festival, Toron Novo Muzyka, and Rava Blues take place. The wealth of musical culture has been recognized by UNESCO, who granted Katowice the title of Creative City of Music. For some, it might be surprising that over 42% of the territory of Katowice is made up of green areas, partially constituting the remains of the former Great Silesian Forest. The inhabitants of the city look for rest and relaxation in the charming valleys of Park Kosciuszki or Dolina Trzech Stawów, which particularly encourages active leisure pursuits, walking, cycling, rollerblading, and in the summer, kayaking. The real showcase of the city is the District of Culture, situated nearby the legendary Spodek. It is a great example of revitalization of the post-industrial areas. In the 1980s, coal was still being mined in this area, and today one can find here the International Congress Center, which annually receives thousands of participants of the European Economic Congress, or the final of the well-known, not only to the young generation, e-sports tournament Intel Extreme Masters. The home of the Polish National Radio Symphony Orchestra, where the best musicians in the world perform concerts, and the new Silesian Museum, which stores its collection in the halls underground, have been built next to the International Congress Center. The market square in Katowice is a popular place for meetings. On sunny days, it is filled with people strolling, gladly passing time on the benches by the flower square, or under the palms by the artificial Rava River. The market square attracts people through numerous events, concerts, cyclical fairs, events intended for the young, and a skating rink in the winter. Katowice has created its modern image based on its cultural heritage. Visitors are invited to the historic district of Nikiszowiec, Giszowiec, known as the Garden City, and the renovated zinc rolling mill in Szopienice. In the downtown area, we can find numerous 19th century middle-class tenement houses, as well as original modernistic buildings from the 1920s and 30s, including the real skyscraper built in 1934 as one of the first in this part of Europe. The proposals of the cities that, together with Katowice, form the first metropolis in Poland, as well as the offer of the other cities in the Silesian Voivodeship, constitute an interesting complement to Katowice's offer. The unique industrial monuments route particularly deserves attention, since it is the most popular in Poland and the most frequently awarded route promoting places connected with industrial heritage. Other tourist routes also enjoying great popularity are the ones in Jura Krakowsko-Częstochowska, in particular the Eagle's Nests Trail with castles and fortresses built on rocks, and lying around 80 kilometers from Katowice, the mountain region of Beskidi. Not far away from Katowice is Kraków, which holds a special place in Polish history as the former capital and the residence of Polish kings. It is worth using a bike to visit all the numerous attractions of the voivodeship. The Silesia region is crisscrossed with a thick network of cycle lanes, eagerly used by enthusiasts of two wheels. Thanks to the rich heritage and numerous projects and investments both completed and current, Katowice has become the city people love to visit, not only during great events that take place in Spodek. And the attractions of the neighboring cities constitute yet another incentive for visits. Come and see for yourself. Visit us.
Zapraszamy do Katowic.
Katowice is one of the fastest developing Polish cities, the capital of a voivodeship with almost 5 million people and the first metropolis in the country. Today's image of this young city, being just over 150 years old, is created by two faces, a traditional one with industrial heritage and a modern one, creative and economically strong. During a short period of time, Katowice experienced deep restructuring, and, as a result, it is the services of the modern technologies industry that have become the dominant element of the economy. The decisions regarding the allocation of investment in this particular region have been taken so far by, among others, IBM, Capgemini, Mentor Graphics, Oracle, and Kroll OnTrack, and the portfolio of investors is constantly expanding. The city is also well known due to its strong culture-related tradition. It is the place that the worldwide renowned composers Wojciech Kilar and Henryk Mikołaj Górecki come from. This is where multi-award-winning festivals, the OFF Festival, Toron Nowo Muzyka, and Rava Blues take place. The wealth of musical culture has been recognized by UNESCO, who granted Katowice the title of Creative City of Music. For some, it might be surprising that over 42% of the territory of Katowice is made up of green areas, partially constituting the remains of the former Great Silesian Forest. The inhabitants of the city look for rest and relaxation in the charming valleys of Park Kosciuszki or Dolina Trzech Stawów, which particularly encourages active leisure pursuits, walking, cycling, rollerblading, and in the summer, kayaking. The real showcase of the city is the District of Culture, situated nearby the legendary Spodek. It is a great example of revitalization of the post-industrial areas. In the 1980s, coal was still being mined in this area, and today one can find here the International Congress Center, which annually receives thousands of participants of the European Economic Congress, or the final of the well-known, not only to the young generation, e-sports tournament Intel Extreme Masters. The home of the Polish National Radio Symphony Orchestra, where the best musicians in the world perform concerts, and the new Silesian Museum, which stores its collection in the halls underground, have been built next to the International Congress Center. The market square in Katowice is a popular place for meetings. On sunny days, it is filled with people strolling, gladly passing time on the benches by the flower square, or under the palms by the artificial Rava River. The market square attracts people through numerous events, concerts, cyclical fairs, events intended for the young, and a skating rink in the winter. Katowice has created its modern image based on its cultural heritage. Visitors are invited to the historic district of Nikiszowiec, Giszowiec, known as the Garden City, and the renovated zinc rolling mill in Szopienice. In the downtown area, we can find numerous 19th century middle-class tenement houses, as well as original modernistic buildings from the 1920s and 30s, including the real skyscraper built in 1934 as one of the first in this part of Europe. The proposals of the cities that, together with Katowice, form the first metropolis in Poland, as well as the offer of the other cities in the Silesian Voivodeship, constitute an interesting complement to Katowice's offer. The unique industrial monuments route particularly deserves attention, since it is the most popular in Poland and the most frequently awarded route promoting places connected with industrial heritage. Other tourist routes also enjoying great popularity are the ones in Jura Krakowsko-Częstochowska, in particular the Eagle's Nests Trail with castles and fortresses built on rocks, and lying around 80 kilometers from Katowice, the mountain region of Beskidi. Not far away from Katowice is Kraków, which holds a special place in Polish history as the former capital and the residence of Polish kings. It is worth using a bike to visit all the numerous attractions of the voivodeship. The Silesia region is crisscrossed with a thick network of cycle lanes, eagerly used by enthusiasts of two wheels. Thanks to the rich heritage and numerous projects and investments, both completed and current, Katowice has become the city people love to visit, not only during great events that take place in Spodek. And the attractions of the neighboring cities constitute yet another incentive for visits. Come and see for yourself. Visit us.
Zapraszamy do Katowic.
We're back, and this is European Online Blitz Championship 2020 in Katowice. And round 4 is just started, but before that we have Mario in the studio, which means that we have something very interesting going on.
Yes, as always. If you see, you are sure that something is going to happen. Okay, so as you can see, I have a game of our Polish top player Grzegorz Gajecki, and he won. Well, it doesn't come as a surprise because his player is rated 2,400, so it's a bit less than Grzegorz, but I just wanted to show you a nice technical motive. As you can see, we have some tension in the center, but now black is to move and rook goes to c1. As you can see, the a rank is kind of empty, so we might, well, we might guess that something is going to happen right there. So, what do you think happens now? If we want to reach the a rank with our rook, what should we do?
Yeah, that's quite hard right now because the queen is from c6 is controlling.
Yes, as you can see, if I put my rook to e8 right now, then it will get captured by the queen.
Right.
So, first thing we have to do, we have to make sure that the queen is no longer there and protecting the e8 square. So, we can do the destruction and take the bishop.
Yay.
That's a queen sacrifice.
Right.
Yes, that's a queen sacrifice. And, well, black has some options, but neither of them is good for him. So, he can either recapture the queen and be glad that he has the queen, or just be without a bishop.
Take
Both
back.
options are not that well. Okay, if he recaptures, now we have a free e8 square, and we can now move with our rook to the a rank, and that's a checkmate, because as you can see, the bishop from d3 is blocking the h7 square for the king.
Nice one.
Yeah,
That's a nice one, yeah.
that's really, really nice one. That rook c1 looks very bad move in
Yeah,
this position.
actually the problem is that I believe that such a player, 2400, should see such things, to be honest.
Yeah, of course it's not a problem to see on regular chessboard, but
That's true.
online
Yeah, it
tournament
might
it's
much
so
more
tricky.
tricky. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the nerves are the same. It doesn't really matter if you play with a player next to it, look at each other's eyes, and and when you're playing online, you still are playing against a really great grandmaster.
Right,
So
still.
Yeah, yeah.
there is some
exactly.
pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much, Maria, and we're expecting some more
Sure,
interesting
sure. I see you.
positions from this round, and we can focus now all about the chess, because we heard that people are eager to see more chessboards.
Yes, exactly. So no
More chess
problem
games.
for us. So what happened in that games of Sanan Sugiro from Russia against Luca Moroni from Italia?
That's quite hard because the game has already finished, and we have cut in here. But I think black is standing really well here, making some problems on the king side, weaken the king.
Yeah, you cannot play g4, for example. I believe, but what happens after g4? May I take...
Oi, Where's
Right. May I take on g4 with the bishop? Try to.
That looks very tempting.
But then I have bishop b7. Now, if you recapture, yeah, bishop b7, and then if you recapture with the queen, I'll take back the pawn on g4. The
Yeah, in
bishop
that
on
position,
g4.
yeah. Yeah, this bishop b7 is called intermediate move, which
Yeah, because
looks
after
very
that,
nice.
it might be very dangerous for white, because after knight g3, I play queen g5,
Yeah.
bishop b7, and knight to g3. And
Exactly.
black is doing extremely well now, because, for example, you cannot take the rook on a8 because of knight e4 check. Let's put it on the board, maybe. And now black should win after queen g2, right? The only
Yeah.
move almost is the here and queen g2
Checkmate, yeah.
checkmate. So I don't know whether it happened in a game. I believe not, but still, it was really dynamic position.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Very interesting position. This is this is really interesting. We have to take a look at this.
Igor Kovalenko from Latvia against Gabriel Gelwiller, I believe from Austria or Germany.
So what do you think? Who stands here better? Here we have a little bit disbalanced position.
Right, exactly. If we try to count the pieces on the board, we see that white is exchange up, but on the other hand, the pawn from b7 blocks both pawns a5 and c5, so they cannot move further. And the bishop from e4 is supporting the pawn on b7, and black is trying to. So white won that game. So Igor Kovalenko won that game. He's a extremely well player, especially in very nice tactical blow.
This is really nice.
Right, a6, and now after c5, a7, and white promotes the queen, and black does not manage to promote the queen as well. So that's why white won a game. It was very nice tactical blows here. So
yeah, exactly. Very interesting. I think Maria has something for us. Does she?
she looks as if, yes, she's well prepared.
That's yeah.
Yeah, hi again. You didn't have to wait for long. So I'm back and I bring news because as we all know, there is still 4 round going and we already have a result from the 5th board. It was a game against Smirnov and Chaparinov. As you can see, it's a normal endgame, including rooks and some minor pieces. Now it is white to move. Smirnov played knight to b7.
Oi, it's frozen.
Yeah, okay, I've got it. So what happens now? If he recaptures, then obviously the rook can go to c7 and check the king, also attack the bishop on b7. So white would capture some pawns, but it is still playable, I'm sure you agree. The rook can also capture the d4 pawn, and everything seems to be quite fine. But now, Chaparinov, I think he blundered, and he played bishop to d5.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it must have hurt, right?
Oh
Because
yes, exactly.
now, as you can all see, the rook can be captured by the knight, and that's it. Chaparinov resigned.
Yeah, that's online chess.
Yes,
It
that's
happens
exactly.
only online chess.
Yes, exactly. Over the board, it should not.
No way.
It
no
wouldn't
way.
work.
Yeah.
But still, white was of course much better, even after bishop b7, rook c7, and this ending should be winning for white. But still, it was quite faster. It was quite yeah.
A bit, a tad.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maria. What
Thank
do you
you.
think? What do you think? Like out of 100 games, I think in none of the games he will blunder this move.
Yeah,
None
for
of like
sure.
bringing 1,000 games. It's not possible. But online chess, it's happening, unfortunately. Oh no, the round 4 is done. It finished. We are preparing. At least players are preparing for round 5, and I think we can have now the results on the board.
Yeah, results after round 4. It's the results of the game number 4. So On the first board, Radosław Wojtaszek made a draw against Grandmaster Wagner, and then we see that Matthias Bluebaum won on the second board against Grandmaster Asadli. On the third board, Gawain Jones lost to Grandmaster Sanal, and we have this Shugirov against Moroni. We're discussing that game. And as we could see during, Maria showed us the motif from the game Smirnov against Cheparinov.
Yeah.
Ivan Saric won against Polish Grandmaster Daniel Sadzikowski. Then we have a draw between Demidov and Hovanesian. You know?
Hovanesian.
Okay, it's harder for me to pronounce. So Demidov is the Russian Grandmaster. And then Mateusz Bartel lost a game against international master Sulejman Lee. Zbigniew Pakleza from Poland, Polish Grandmaster, won against Hungarian Grandmaster Banus. And then Ukrainian Oniszczuk won against Krzysztof Jakubowski from Poland. So a lot of Poles actually playing high, but still.
Yeah. Also, we have junior Polish junior team playing in this event. That's a great chance and great possibilities for young generation to take a part at the events.
I recall that when I was playing in the European Championship, they were held in Warsaw, and we, as an organizer, we could bring 3 teams, so the national team and the team of youth. And now, after several years, actually, those players from that youth team were playing in the national team already.
Yeah.
So Jan Krzysztof Duda was there, Jacek Tomczak, Kamil Dragun. So the team that won the 4th place on the Olympiad. So as you can see, it's a great.
Shared actually. From first, second, third, and it was such an unluck for a Polish team to be fourth.
It was not fair. Actually, I believe it was not fair.
It could be shared, like.
Actually, I believe they deserve to win a medal because they were playing against every team from the starting list 1 to 10, I believe.
Yeah.
So they were playing really against everybody, and they lost it just in the last round against China. And then they lost. They were leading for several rounds as well, but still, such an event is a great opportunity for youth to play against really good grandmasters.
Yeah, also to support young players to continue and stay in chess, because there are so many possibilities in life. You can be involved in many sports or other fields, and I think. That it's very important for each federation, for chess in general, to keep youth playing chess as long as possible and give them as much possibilities as you can, because otherwise you will lose a lot of
because they will start to study or to focus on studying or on their jobs. So then many talented players will quit it. Yeah. That's why it's really.
Yeah, there are lots of topic about this. We're just receiving games now. The next round will start shortly. For the moment, we don't have any moves, and we can chat a little bit. There are lots of discussions about the differences in men and women chess, and there are also some separated groups and so on and so on. And they are talking about a lot of things. There are so sharp comments about this. But in my opinion, when I just start to think, because we have all friends, we know some stories about the players, the main reason I think for those that we have less and less women in chess, less strong women in chess, and even less women in chess, is that they don't have support from their federations when they are youth. And of course, if you don't have support, then why you should...
exactly. But actually, I believe that one of the platforms showed that more the percentage of women, there was a growth of percentage of women playing, so from 22 to 27 from overall. So I believe more women are playing actually. So
Yeah. After this great series, it happened after the
but
great series.
for example, in Poland, we have some events that are only for women. I'm talking about the Radzikowska Memorial. You are commenting it.
Yeah.
So
Some weeks ago.
it was the match of Georgia against Poland. So there are plenty of such events as well. So I believe it's worth to create such opportunity for women chess player to stay in chess to.
Yeah, exactly. Where are the games? We see they are playing. Where are the games?
Yeah, we should see them in a few moments.
Where are the games?
We shall see the games in a moment.
Because I just
All right,
we have it.
Yeah, exactly. So
oh, look at this center. We call this pawn center. 4 pawns in the fourth rank. Usually we see only three pawns there, and this f1 is calling for an attack in the
Pavel
center.
Pankratov from Russia. So as you can see, they are playing quite fast in the opening, because actually they are really running out of time. You know, it's the problem with Blitz is that just for a moment, you are not focused. You can lose too much time, and then actually you're already in big troubles.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
even for a moment, if you are not focused, then you don't have enough time to play.
Yeah, I want to call your attention to this position. Here in this game, it came from the opening. It's move 9 only, and you can see that white has such a perfect square center. You can see all these pawns, and black has this
weakness on d6.
Yeah, weakness on d6, and white has this very beautiful square for the knight. And at first sign, you might think like, oh, black has a problem here, already at the start of the game, but he came up with this idea, he or she, I don't know, came up with the idea to move a piece once again, because earlier it was developed on e6, and we know that it's not good to move same piece for many times, but here I think it works, because after this you are just trying to occupy d4 square with a knight.
Yeah, you just capture the knight on f3, and then you have this bishop on g7 as well. So I believe h3 was a mistake, because black still wanted to take on f3. Anyway, so and I believe that now he was forced to do it, and now he will leap back with the knight to d7, for example, and then jump on d4 with the second knight.
Yeah, also
with the support of the bishop, it's quite a good position for black, I believe, because of the fact that the bishop, even though white has a pair of bishops, so bishop on d3 and c1, the white light squared bishop does not have a good future for him.
Yeah, exactly. We can move to the next position. Also, quite complicated. Here we can see that none of the pieces are actually changed. Yeah, they're like
full board.
all the pieces on the.
So the Polish grandmaster Daniel Sadzikowski is playing against Volkan Sevgi, and I believe it's quite a good position for white, I believe. Because now I can play f6, for example.
Look at this start. Look at this start. It's quite interesting. Let's do like this from here. First e4 was played. Black answered c5. Black is open for Sicilian, and after
knight c3, a6, and g4. What the move is this?
Have you seen this?
No, not this is the first time I see it. The white played close Sicilian with knight c3. And after a6, black is trying to move it to the Najdorf lines. And g4 is quite interesting move, I would say, because white still wants to gain some advantage, spatial advantage on the king side, and the bishop will go to g2. So g4 is quite a reasonable move. Bishop to g2, bishop to b7, because still a knight h3. It's really strange what white did, but it worked actually quite well.
Yeah, I guess so. Especially for the online tournament, online
Yes,
blitz
exactly.
tournament.
Blitz as
Your
well.
opponent doesn't have much time to understand
What's going on, actually.
what is happening, and why this move is so
Before.
bad.
Yeah. Try to find it. And now I believe White has to come up with the idea what to do with the pawn from f5. Either to play f6, but then Black has a really nice square on e5 for the knight. So after f6, I believe bishop f8, and still.
Yeah.
So we
here
have
White decided to open up a little bit the position, because as you can see, Black is not in its best conditions.
But on the other hand, the king is just trying to make an artificial
Castle.
castle. The king goes to f8 and to g8 out of the center, and it might work actually for Black because of the fact that the square on e5 is occupied by the knight. Really very nice piece there.
And also defended with the another knight.
Which can jump to d4 if needed.
Yeah.
So I believe Black is doing fine now, because the knight from h3 has to defend the pawn on g5. But maybe White may now play knight f2.
To what?
To go to g4 and attack the pawn on e6. And the problem is that after knight f2, if Black takes on g5 with the bishop, then I can play knight e6, for example. Check. And
That's interesting.
queen takes back and bishop g5,
takes.
right?
Yeah, and in this case, I think the evaluation will switch to White's favor, because now the Black has the problems on dark square, and there is no bishop to defend this dark squares.
And I believe that White also has the pair of bishops, which might be good for him. But of course, still, Black, there is a threat of bishop h3.
Look at this, Martin. Sorry to
Whoa,
interrupt you,
what
but
happened?
what is this? What is this?
Yevgeny Postny is winning against Lev Yankelevich.
Let's it from some moment.
Right.
So he opened up h-file. That's a very good start.
And
and
rook
then-
g6, very nice
Oh,
tactical
wow.
blow, because Black had to take back and bishop h5, so the pin on the queen and the king, and after knight g1, I believe Black will just resign.
Oh,
No, because he
Okay,
took on
here's
h5
White.
and rook g7. Actually, White is
intermediate move.
winning on the spot. Already
Yeah.
won the game. Yeah, queen h5, I believe, and the material advantage is way too big in favor of White to play farther with Black.
Yeah.
So very nice tactical blow. Knight rook g6.
Yeah, let's quickly move to the next game. Oh, it's already finished.
But
it's
in the
so beautiful.
yes,
I'm
exactly.
sure Maria wanted to come with this game.
Yeah,
We
I
just
believe,
take her
yeah.
spot.
Sebastian Bogner against Dimitri Mishuk.
So let's take a look from
How
this
did
moment.
it happen? Right.
Rook c7 was played here, and very nice rook e7.
Yeah, even I believe the queen g7 was enough, because the bishop from g5 attacks the queen on d8, but the rook e7 is even better.
Yeah, it's just
Brilliant move. It's
how
really
can I say this
there is-
anaconda move?
I don't know how to call it actually, but there is a threat of and now queen g7, very nice move, because
Oh
if
God,
Black
this is
takes
beautiful.
takes back, he will be mated fg, king g8, and knight to f6. The rook from e7 supports the pawn on g7, and the knight is just. If we just look at the material point from the material point of view, Black is quite good. He's doing
yeah.
very well. But on the other hand, the king is under constant attack. That's why White is winning. So as you
Yeah.
can see, it's much more important. Not the material is the most important factor, but the position of the king.
Yeah, another game which will probably finish quite soon is this one. Black just played a2 move, and it is impossible to stop that pawn.
Yes,
It will be a
Alexander
queen.
Rustemov won a game against Jakub Kusa, but I believe Jakub Kusa is the player with the wild card,
So it means
Most
that
probably.
he's a youth player.
most probably.
Oh, this is interesting. This is really
Whoa.
interesting. Black is just one step
From promotion.
from promotion and
Barbara Gora
checkmate.
is a young player from Poland.
Yeah.
woman player, very talented. And now she tries to promote, but I believe that after queen h8 and rook c8, black should be winning. Because, you know, you're queen up, so you should be winning.
Look at this player having some snacks.
I was doing
Making me hungry.
I was doing the same actually when I was playing. I just had some nuts or something, like coffee, something to drink, just not to move, just not to argue with the arbiters after all.
But is the voice on? Because it can be really
Yes,
noisy.
yes.
Oh my God,
But
you did this?
Actually, but you can the voice the arbiter may only the arbiter will hear it.
Ah,
As
that's
a player,
cool.
you don't hear. You can be switched off.
Oh, that's
by the
cool.
arbiter.
That's cool because I think 1 month ago I played the online tournament among Georgian players, and it was so annoying because there was one woman who was constantly doing like like when she was losing, she was like pissed off, and it was some very unpleasant noises.
Yeah, but
usually chess players are not making on the chess.
Yeah, you
chess
try
board.
not to, but sometimes you are in such under such a big nerves that you don't even you don't even know about it.
Yeah.
That's the point. That's what happened to
And
me.
also you care less about that.
Yeah,
People cannot see
but
you.
I believe that I was playing against Aloisas Kfeinis from Latvia, and after the game I won the game. It was really tense, and after the game he asked me, "Why are you dying?" And I said, "I beg your pardon." And it turned out my teammate told me that I was breathing so loudly, and I couldn't control it. Actually, I was not aware of that. I would never do it if I knew it. But still, you know, that's why, because it was all about the nerves.
Yeah, that's
because it was the game was very important, because in the match there was a tie 2.5, and it was the decisive game.
Yeah.
So okay, Szymon Walter is playing against some player, I don't know the name.
It's already finished in a
Rook
victory.
f4 last week. Rook
Rook
f6
is so beautiful.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make the stalemate threat, but just give it.
Yeah. So I believe it was a quite a nice try in the blitz.
Yeah, this is the last final game in progress right now. We have
Kazar Babazada is trying to win with black, but I believe it should be a draw because of the fact that we have the opposite colored bishops. Light scored bishop with white and black with black.
Yeah, mostly the opposite color of bishop.
And bishop g1 now, and he will be mated. King g7, no. King g5. King g5, king f6. King g5, and there is a threat of rook h2. It was a great
then
mistake.
Rook h4 is possible, no?
After king g5, what?
Let's make on them.
Yeah, king g5.
So king, I have some.
She's sneezing.
Yeah.
King f6 and g4, right? So actually, I believe it will be a draw. I believe we have Maria.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you
Finally.
for noticing me. I was standing here for quite some time. Okay, so as you know, round 5 is almost finished.
Right.
So as always, I have prepared some greatest of the greatest, right? So as you can see, we have Banikas Christos here, who is a GM, and he is
from Greece, I believe.
Yes, he is a top player in Greece. So as you can see, we have a position. There are plenty of pieces on the board. As you can see, the D and E file are kind of occupied by both pieces from one and the other side. And what Christos does now? What do you think?
Rook d4.
Okay. Knight to b5. As you can see, there has to be something dangerous about this E file. As you can see, there is a rook on e8, and it's trying to focus on the white's queen. So what should we do now?
Knight to f3.
Very well, Marcin. You're such a great chess player. Knight to f3. As it turns out, that's it. That's a double attack, because the knight is attacking the rook is attacking the queen. And there is not much to do for white. He can either go back and hide the queen on f2, for example, then he loses the rook, or, as he did, take the rook on e8
Ah.
and try to do some fuss around here, but it doesn't really work because
Still,
everything
the knight
is
on f3 is
fine.
untouchable.
Yeah, yeah. Knight to d6. Well, you can simply capture it.
Right, Ricardo.
And that's
Wow.
it.
Yeah, this knight b5, what White made. I think that he didn't feel any fear
Yeah, I believe
from Black that knight
but
will
there was
discover.
there was a threat of taking on d4 as well with the rook, so I believe he tried to find a solution for that threat, so that's why.
Yeah.
But he missed knight f3.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
nice,
yeah,
very nice
unfortunate. Yeah.
position here. Lots of lots of pieces on the
Yeah,
board, and
yeah, exactly. Let's make it
There
possible.
are plenty of pins, as you can see. The bishop on b4 is kind of active. Also, the queen and the bishop, they are looking directly at the king. So it wasn't the best position for white, but it turned out as you can see.
Right, very nice. Yeah, cool.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it happens. It happens to everyone, to grandmasters, to blunder.
Sure.
And I think that's why it's a lot of fun to
Yeah,
watch
exactly.
chess games online.
Especially we have the Blitz tournament. Such motives occur much more frequently.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
So we have round 6 ahead of us. Is it? I lost count. So this is the result after round 5
And it was
and
the 5th round, I believe. Or not?
5th round. Yeah, it was 5th
Yeah,
round.
okay.
So here we have Mateusz Bluebaum against
Ilya
Smirnov.
Smirnov, I believe,
Mhm.
on the first board. Shannon Sugirov against Suleiman. And Suleiman won a game, so international master, so he was for sure the underdog. And on the third board, Ivan Saric made a draw against Grandmaster Zbigniew Pakleza from Poland. Onishuk is from Ukraine, of course. Vladimir, I believe. And he won the game against Murad Lee. And
yeah,
Michał
international master from Turkey.
And the FIDE master from Poland, I believe he's 21 maybe. Michał Karpus won a games against Ilya Smirin.
Smirin, yes. We see that Wojtaszek, a top set player, and David Nawara, and also Hovanes. Okay, wait, focus. Hovanesian.
Yeah, exactly. They have to lose some points before because they are not playing on the top boards, but three of them won their games on the next boards. So
Yeah, there are lots of games, and we have lots of results. We cannot physically put all of them here, but you can simply visit chess.
Results?
Chess result. We call it chess
Hyphen.
result, and then go to Poland. I think under Poland link, and you can see a lot
the
of
results. Yeah, exactly.
results. Or you can just hashtag search hashtag Katowice 2020.
So we have 5 players who have 5 out of 5. Ozan Denis, Michał Karpus, Matthias Bluebaum, Aydin Suleymanli, and Vladimir Onishtuk. So as you can see, and further, only half the players lost only half a point. So Nitzan Steinberg, Radosław Wojtaszek, Mikhail Demidov, David Nawara. Your turn.
You might have Robert Hovanesian and
Right.
Ivan Saric.
Yeah, exactly. So we have top 11 players after round number 5. So still 6 left today, and top 16 will qualify to the next stage of the tournament,
yes,
and they will
yes,
play
yes.
tomorrow.
That's actually quite challenging for the players, because we have great numbers of the titled players, 130 grandmasters and 100
Yes, exactly.
international masters. And as you see,
It's a pity that the youngsters of today is already not playing in the tournament.
yeah.
As far as we
not.
know, he's quitted the tournament
Yeah.
because of some technical issues.
You will know about that a little bit later.
Exactly.
Maybe, but before that, I recommend you to visit our fan page on Facebook, and just get more and more information about the tournament. Also, you can follow the page because there will be a lot of events, and you maybe would like to take a part of it. And you know what? It could be really, really nice if we have some some rating categories.
Categories
Like
as well.
everybody could play.
But I'm still
What's-
looking
what's-
at the prizes in our competition,
Mm-hmm.
and I really start to enjoy this.
Yeah, I start to like pen as well.
No, I still think it's the most
But yeah.
expression.
This is
Yeah.
really nice. This is
The
really,
Minister
really
of
nice.
Sport, the city of Katowice, and the Silesian Chess Federation.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
the organizers of the event of the European Chess Championship in Blades.
Imagine if you just collect all the bulbs from from all the events, and you can
Yeah,
have
the Christmas tree.
chess Christmas tree.
Chess Christmas tree.
Yes, so we're gonna have a competition quite soon. And anyone from Twitch chat and as well, or from YouTube chat, can write us and take a part in the competition, and you will get these gifts if you guess all the all the answers correctly, as a package for
Exactly.
no, maybe not for Christmas, but for New Year's.
Yeah, exactly. And as we can see, so already we have only 5 players with 100% score. And actually, if we see that there are no top grandmaster from the starting list actually.
Yeah, that's.
Here we can see that Radosław
true.
Wojtaszek, Dawid Nawara, and Robert. No,
Oh my God.
Hannisyan.
What is it?
Sorry if we misspell his name, but it's really tough for me to pronounce it correctly.
We can call him Javi or Hovan.
Hovan.
If he's okay with that, I think he's okay with that.
If he's not, just call us in 30 seconds. We are waiting. If not, then we'll use that nickname.
Robert Hava. Also a very strong grandmaster from Armenia. Do we have Maria in the studio?
Yeah,
yes,
we have.
Yes, I'm back. Okay. As we know, Ozan is a leader, so I just wanted to highlight one of his best games, that, in my opinion, obviously. But this one is actually from the previous round. It's the one from the 5th round. And as you can see, something interesting is happening right now, because both players can have some attacks on the king's and the queen side. So the rook just came from f to c8 and is attacking the queen. If the queen moves, then the pawn will get captured. That's why white goes with a rook to g1 and attacks the black queen. So what happens now? Queen to a2, black is trying to keep on his attack, but as it turns out, white is trying to find some counterplay, and he plays rook to g7.
Whoa.
So as you can see, some interesting things are going to happen. King to g7, rook to g1. So that's a check. The king has to hide somewhere, so he decides to go with a
H8.
king to h8. Okay, but the queen is still hanging, and if the queen moves, the rook will go to c3. So there's not much white can do. The only thing is to run away with the queen to d6. And now, obviously, black was trying to do this all along. The capture of the pawn on c3,
Right?
right? And can you guess what happens next? Grandmasters?
I believe white resigned.
No, he actually played till the end, and
Really?
he let his opponent to checkmate him.
Quite nice.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
that's actually a nice thing. It's quite soothing to see someone get checkmated, don't you think?
yeah.
Because it
agree.
doesn't happen a lot, right?
Yeah, it's not very frequent.
King
Uh,
to f1,
but-
and obviously queen to
E2.
e2. And
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
So, well, white didn't really have the best position, but tried to do some kind of a counterplay, tried to get to the black's king, but unfortunately it didn't do anything.
Yeah, he
Didn't work.
definitely wanted to get our attention, maybe with this rook g7, because it's so strange to see this from Sanal Wahab, because he is a grandmaster from Turkey who recently won Turkish championship over the board. It was one of the rare tournaments that happened in nowadays, and I saw the video how they organized this event in
Right.
Turkey. It was like I don't know, out of mind. It was really, really highly organized it, and he
Really?
won the tournament.
All right.
And yeah, it's strange. Maybe he just miscalculated something.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably.
Yeah, yeah.
But actually, I was playing last week. Last weekend, I was playing the tournament over the board. 120 people playing, because in Poland it's still possible to play when the number of participants is lower than 250. And no kibicas. It was now. It will be not allowed. But as for now, it's allowed to play, but only the limited amount of players. That's
But
why
where was it?
in Wrocław, so
Wrocław.
in my city, current city.
Mhm.
So still 120 people are playing, even though we have this pandemic time.
I've heard that for during New Year's time there will be a tournament in Krakow.
Yeah, in
Cracovia.
Krakow, in Warsaw and Cracovia. So in Warsaw and Krakow, there are two tournaments, and I believe both of them will be played. As far the organizers say, the tournament in Krakow will be played, even though I don't know how do they do it, but okay, still. There are some limits, but they are doing that tournament, which is
Yeah.
quite nice because finally people can meet and can.
Can play
Like
chess.
But we have a very interesting position here.
Which you wanted to see that.
David Navarayas.
David Navarre, yeah. Let me check once
Do
again.
we have it? Yeah, we had it
Up.
on the left.
Okay.
Right. So here it's interesting because we have 4 pawns against 3 pawns, and the king is out of play. Black king stands on g4.
Oh my God! Let's zoom to this player. How many chess medals and chess cups does he
Yeah.
has? Is that a quiz for our contestants?
Yeah, might be. But still, I believe we have Maria with next.
Oh my God! That's a lot of pieces.
Come on, let's move to Maria.
I'm really active in this time of the day.
That's very
Okay,
interesting.
so the 6th round is on, and we've already had some results. And well, it's a game against Chaparinov, as you probably remember. Lost the game against Smirnov, and it was really funny. I was showing that. Do you remember that? Can you help me out here?
The
Okay.
Rick
Yes.
game.
Okay, so now he's playing against Michał Olszewski, who is a known Polish player. I know him. Marcin knows him.
Yeah,
Do you
he's a
know
Polish
him,
grandmaster.
Katie? No.
No, he
okay.
doesn't play-
Moving
He
on.
doesn't play a lot because he's a lawyer.
Okay.
Yes, his occupation is lawyer,
I know.
not
Okay.
liar, lawyer.
Okay, so the lawyer now played rook to e4.
Oh, really?
So too much love for him, right?
No.
And queen to f1. I had to
No.
show it to you.
Yeah, exactly. But Michał Olszewski, actually, a few years ago, when he was actually studying law and playing chess, he was even able to win against Fabiano Caruana, for example, in a
Wow.
regular game. So he's really talented player. But nowadays
He is.
he's focused on his work.
Yeah.
Also, it's blitz, so anything can happen.
And he was playing against Ivan Chaparinov, so still
yeah.
losing
And
against such a player is not a disgrace.
yeah.
Sure. No shame in that.
Yeah, not at all. All right, thank you very much,
Thank you,
Maria.
Sure.
And meanwhile, the game between David Navarra and Haik Martirosyan finished, and David Navarra managed to win this. We can take a look at actually.
Yeah, because it was quite interesting.
We had knight end game. Black has a pawn.
They are very
No,
tricky,
it's
I
not.
assure you.
It's a pawn, yeah, extra pawn.
Yep.
for black. But in the end game, when you have some extra material, it's very, very important to have very good technique.
Yeah, exactly. And David, of course, has it because he's one of the best players
What
in
do
the
you
world.
think about this move, this sacrifice here?
It's brilliant because it's the only way of playing in such a position, just because of the fact that the king is trying to take a pawn on g2.
Yeah, it's just approach and you can stop it.
So you cannot do actually anything against it. So that's why knight e4 is a best chance, especially in the blitz tournament. And now black had to come back with the king, I believe.
Yeah, to change as much pawns as possible or to get as much pieces as possible, because knight cannot checkmate the queen.
Yes.
Only knight cannot checkmate the queen. For those who answered that
Tricky question.
yes.
So now we can see that the knight is trying, but it's very nice. Yeah, very nice play of black. And now he just wants to
Very
he
nice.
sacrificed the knight for the pawn, and now white cannot stop the pawn from a5 to approach.
Yeah, we can make this drawing here. So how we do that? We're doing like this, or we're making a square.
Right. If the king is
in
in
the
that square,
yeah, like this.
he can catch the pawn, but now
It's too far.
way too far. Actually, he would have to be on d2 to make a draw in that position, at least.
At
on
least,
d2.
yeah. Okay, this is possible also.
All right, d3 or d2 would be
D4 is not.
because then
Yeah,
black
king
would
for-
support the pawn with the king.
Yeah, the final game of the round 6 is this one. Van Forest Jordan, one of the brothers, brother of Grandmaster siblings, is playing from Netherlands against Bogdan Belyakov.
So he's
Belyakov.
winning actually against Bogdan Belyakov, because now, even though it's the rook against the bishop, so it should be a draw.
Oh no!
Because usually it's a draw, but you have to know the position. So then, in such a position, you should move your king to the opposite
Color of.
to the corner of the opposite color of the bishop.
Yeah.
It's very hard always to say it, and then you just hide your king with the bishop. But here, as you could see,
It was on the wrong side.
Yeah,
of
black
the board.
couldn't do it actually, because now he should be in the light square corner, not in the dark square.
Look at the screen now. I believe that he's analyzing the game. Probably he had some chances somewhere, and he stays and he analyzes a game.
Yeah.
This is a very good habit of chess player to face the fact that he lost a game, but I need to know what I
Why,
did wrong, and I will not do it second
So
time.
bishop c5 is a mistake, because now after rook f7,
I think king h4, king c4 is
king
also
c4 is
winning.
also winning,
Yeah, it's
right?
discovered
Just a
check.
check. So I believe bishop e3 was needed. But I believe actually black was losing no matter what he
Yeah.
tries.
Yeah, because the king is in the wrong corner, and
Yeah.
it's this one.
In the dark
So
square.
yeah, the king should be on the light square, and bishop should be close to it. So just imagine the king is on h1 or a8, any light square. Then will be a spot for the bishop next to it. So the king will defend the bishop, and there will be no way to win a game. It will be just stalemate.
Yeah, a stalemate. So the position where there is no check, and none of the pieces of the player can move. So here
I think we're waiting for the next round, but
So we have the results of the round number 6. So Matthias Bluebaum won. So we have less and less players with 100%.
yeah, Mateusz in
Whoa!
that
The third
list.
board. Look at the third board. Radosław Wojtaszek didn't manage to win against Michał Karpus. So so he's not a grandmaster. Karpus is FIDE master.
But why we have here this title?
It's just a small mistake. So we have two
Our
players.
prediction, maybe.
Yeah, most probably 2 players who won all their games, and we have Maria in the studio with her smile and
Beauty, knowledge,
everything you mentioned, everything you mentioned.
Okay.
Brilliancy.
Okay, so I figured that I would focus on the leader, and I again have Ozen Denis here right now, and
Right.
he won again. So
All right.
it may come as a surprise to you because he is an international master, but he won against Onishtuk. I'm sure you know him.
Yeah,
Yes.
He's a
grandmaster from
well-known
Ukraine.
grandmaster.
Maria, can we ask one favor, like for the next time you come with us, just to tell more about Denis?
Okay,
Just we
sure,
need to know about him, more about him, what he does. Who is
Okay,
he?
okay, I will get to know him better. Hopefully,
You
someone
will call him
Okay,
and chat.
so I'm not sure if you are a fan of pushing the G pawn up from the king, in front of the king. I'm not.
I believe after that tournament I will, because the G4 in the close Sicilian, now here G5, and he is still winning. So
Yeah.
I
Yes,
will.
I'm sure it did its job. So now the last white's move was queen to e3, and what Onishchuk does now, he goes with the knight to c7, and as you can see, his position is kind of cluttered. He is kind of without a breath, so his pieces might be in danger. And
Right.
now we have bishop to d6, which is kind of a danger for the rook, right?
Right.
Yeah, to make
Yeah.
it forces black to move the rook.
I would only
Oh.
like to say that very nice color of nails.
Thank you very much. Okay, so as you can see, the bishop goes to d6 and the rook is trapped
Right, exactly.
because it cannot go to e8 because the bishop will capture the
Knight on
knight.
C7,
If he decides to capture the queen, then white recaptures the black's queen, and I think he ends up with a piece up. So in this case, he had to go with a knight to e6 and give up the exchange.
Yeah.
Well, the game lasted for many moves, so I won't bore you with that. But eventually, Denis won the game.
Yeah, that's quite tricky to play here. There, bishop d6, and I think he has a quite sharp eye to see
Yeah,
this
exactly.
kind of.
It was a nice start to push the pawn, the g pawn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I know that Vladimir Onishchuk is playing really strange opening lines. And if you manage to catch him in the opening, this is the best chance actually for a player, because then he really is a tricky player, and over 2600, so it means something. But still he's playing some strange lines, and as you can see, sometimes it's not worth to do it actually.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Okay, thank you, Maria,
Thank
for
you.
the next
Maria.
nice
Bye.
job.
I think he was faced also a strange opening line from the opponent. Yeah,
exactly.
using
With this
his
G4, G5.
power against him. Wait, do we have all the games off?
So we have the standings on only two players, Denis Ozen and Matthias Blubaum on the top 6 out of 6 points. David Navara, Mikhail Demidov, Michal Karpus, Hovi on the 5th. So not many players with 100%, only 4 of them with 5.5 out of 6. So still, I would like to mention it's very important for them to be in the top 16 after day number 1. So actually it does not matter.
Yeah.
Of course, it's better to be on the first, or to be on the first place after round number 7 than to be on the 16.
Yeah.
But after 11 rounds, it's
I think that's quite important. I have to take a look at the regulation, but it will be like this: that first number will face number 16.
yeah, most probably.
So it's better to take the first top places, because then you will play the players who had less successful event than you.
Okay, but still, I believe it's not that easy, because I was playing in a tournament, online tournament, and I was first after the first stage, and I lost the player from the place number 8. So actually it didn't matter, and then I was disqualified. So actually I was out of the tournament.
Out, yeah.
Even though I was playing quite well the first stage. So,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Maybe you just put all your energy in the
But it
qualification.
yes, it was very... Okay, so we have the pairings of round number 7.
Here we have this the match, because both players, Bubam and Ozan, they play so well, so well. We have their games always on the screen. What is your predictions here?
I believe that Matthias Blubam should win with white against lower rated opponent, but of course we can see that Denis Ozan is
really
able
good
to make
job,
is
I
able
will
to
bet
make a
for
surprise.
Ozan, and
All right,
let's
and
see.
I will bet for Matthias because I know him from the Polish Extraliga, for example, and from the German league as well. And I know that with white he's extremely good player. And on the second board we have David Navara playing against Mikhail Demidov. I believe David will win, and then Hovi plays against Michał Karpus. So it's really nice game to be played for sure. Then Radek Wojtaszek is playing against Grandmaster Jacobian, and Pan Stulaja against Gawain Jones. So I believe
it will be very interesting, because we see all the grandmasters already. Most of them are grandmasters on the top of the
actually
tournament.
all of, as I could see, all the players playing with white from the top actually 10 or 11 boards were grandmasters.
Yeah.
Only players who played black were FIDE masters, international masters, and so on. So it's you can see that more and more grandmasters are playing on the top. So I believe we already have started
games,
the game.
and let me check the
Round number 7.
most excites
European Blitz Chess Championship in Katowice.
Yeah, you can just express your thoughts, who you support, which country player you support in our chat, and also you can ask some questions. We're happy to hear them. Is that the position I wanted to
very
show?
nice.
Oh my god.
Jiří Stoczek from Czech Republic, from Czechia, lost to Nicolas Petriashvili. So I believe from Georgia? Because with the name you can predict something.
That's what I expected. You would say that his name looks like your last name.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, this is
Just like the
typical Georgian last name with Svili
just
in
like
the
in
end.
Polish it's ski, art ski, so it's also quite popular.
Yeah, Nicolas Petriashvili is a very young and very talented player who is also a very good chess player in online, and he's playing a lot of events, and he has quite a good experience how to do it. He played, I think, a very nice game, and you can start it from the...
Yeah, how did it happen actually? Because in just few moves the king went to g5, was mated on g5.
Yeah.
I would like to see it.
Let's say it, yeah, until this moment it was typical position from London or Slav defense
Slav defense or
structure.
London, yeah,
On the
exactly.
king side is London, on the queen side is
Yeah, right. Okay,
Slav
never
defense.
mind. How did it happen that the king went for a walk?
Okay. Oh my god, king on d4.
Yes, and now knight f5. King has to go to e5 because...
My god.
And bishop c6, very nice silent move, because there is a threat. The king on e5, even though we say that in the end game the king should be centralized, but not so much actually.
Game yet, because we have two rooks.
Yes, exactly. How would you describe? How would you describe if somebody asks you what the end game is? When does it start?
Yeah, I should actually start from this, that this is end game.
All right.
Just also it's possible to checkmate in the end game. I learned at the beginning. I learned that when queens are exchanged, queens are off the board, that's end game.
But I wouldn't agree. I would say the end game is the part of a game when the position of the king, when the king can support and give a good influence on the position.
Yeah, that's very intelligent explanation of
it's not
this.
mine, of course. My coach told me that, so that's why that's why it's so intelligent, but still and so smart. But still, here you can see that the white king is not supporting his a weakness.
Yeah.
That's why even though the queens are out of the board, still it's not the end game.
Oh, this is very bad move. This is very
Right.
bad move. Because, yeah, you see that king should come on f6 and then g5 and need some square, and g4 takes this square from
takes
it.
the breath.
Oh, no.
Of course, and very nice mate.
Yeah.
It's with the pawn. I really like it, that position.
Yeah. Very, very interesting. What I can say about Nicholas, I observed his games, and he's a very interesting chess player. He likes to sacrifice a piece for, like, at the first time you think, like, what is the reason for
nothing.
that? And then he makes, like, he's not losing. He's not losing, at least. He can win, but not lose, at least. So this is really interesting player, and I hope that he will have a very bright future, because we really need that in Georgia to have next waves of the generations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Gabriel Sargsyan sacrificed piece on h6, I believe. I believe it might be a King's Indian attack.
Let's see how it happened. So here black played h5.
Right.
And so black wanted to avoid this sacrifice.
Yeah, but it didn't happen
anyway,
actually.
yeah.
Because he was pawn up. But still, it's very dangerous, I believe. But I don't know what happens if black plays, for example, queen e8.
What is the follow-up? Yeah, because he wants to push f5.
Yeah, exactly. Just to.
Can I just capture this pawn?
Yeah, and then I play f5.
f5.
I want to exchange the queens, of course, because my king is under the attack, and I don't want to give a square on g6, g5, or g4. So I believe that I managed to.
Yeah, it just happened in the
king.
game. It just happened in the game.
Alright.
But instead of bishop takes h6, we have queen takes h6, and now knight comes on d4. I love this move.
Yeah, and
Knight
he wants to play knight e2, for example, or to fe, just to support the king, and the knight then may give a check on f3 or e2. So I believe it was not good for white to sacrifice.
It was too early, yeah, to sacrifice.
On the other hand, he was pawned down, so if not now, then when?
Yeah, I have a tricky question to you. How do you got on f6? How it's possible?
Oh, from d5 to f5 to f6, I believe.
Yeah, but
if I have to predict, I don't know how.
Oh God.
Now I would say from h6 to f6.
Yeah, if
The-
you see
the
it
route,
now, but we just saw
yeah,
h5.
d4.
Yeah.
So
Is he going to put rook h6,
the problem is that the rook
Rook
on
here.
d5 is hanging.
g6, king here, and rook here?
Yeah, I believe it will happen in the game one day. But now white should be much better because he's taking either the exchange on d5 or the pawn on h5. Both of them are under the attack, and the problem of black is he cannot defend both.
Yeah, you cannot defend both.
And the bishop on b7 is so ugly.
Oh yeah. It's
It's
bishop
a
here.
big pawn, we say, because it's limited by the pawns from a6, b5, c6, e6, f7. So it's not playing at all. So white should be. So Wojciech Moranda from Poland should win that game quite easily against Hovik Hajrapetyan.
Another interesting position, which just ended. But let's take a look at the next game.
Okay, Can Isik won against Nils Grandelius. Nils Grandelius, I believe, is from Sweden, grandmaster.
Yeah.
And Can Isik, I believe, he's from Turkey. Yeah.
I think Can is the way you pronounce this.
Really?
Yes.
All right. No, because I was trying to pronounce the names of Turkish players with just like in English, and my friend, we were commenting, and my friend said that they use a lot of "c" of C, so maybe Can, right? Right?
No, it's as a fact I know it's a Can.
Okay, Jan. Okay, so so still I don't know the pronunciation of Turkish.
Not yet.
I have to learn. And as far as I remember, when the Turkish Chess Federation asked Chucky Ivanchuk to support them, he learned Turkish by heart.
Oh wow.
Only from the dictionary.
Oh wow.
Nothing about the reading books or something like that. He just commemorated the whole dictionary.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So his grammar was not a good one, but still it was enough
yeah.
to make a conversation.
Oh my God! What is happening? Is Samoka?
All right, we have.
We have to remove this from this.
All right, come on.
Move
He's
to Mari.
smoking at home. Okay, we have Maria in the studio. It's bad. Okay. Okay, let's focus on Maria.
I came to the rescue just in time.
Yes,
before
exactly, as
he
usual.
Took some drugs, for example. Okay, never mind. So I'm here with Burak Firat, who is from Turkey. I'm sure you know him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, black is without a rook. This game is from round number 6. I know that we are in the round number 7. I've also prepared something for you, but let's focus on that for now. So the black is without a rook. How did it happen that Burak eventually won? So this is what happened. Black played knight to e4, and what happens now? The rook is in danger. It's hanging. Also, the g3 pawn is hanging. So Shohat Yotam decided that he values his rook more and figured that he has to run away with it. Where to? To c7. And what happens now? It turns out that the king is in great danger, and after the capture of a pawn on g3, he has to give up his queen, because otherwise, if he, for example, goes with his king to g1, how can you checkmate the king, grandmasters?
Queen f2 and queen e1 and queen f1, I believe.
Yes, yeah, I think so too. Also, I think queen to d4 would work just fine. So it turns out he has to take the pawn, and now he is running around the chessboard without his queen. And that's it.
Yeah. He doesn't. Can he play rook b7 here?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. That
Yes,
rook b7
yes, rook
and
to
then
b7. This
Ah,
is
it
what
happened.
happened.
a8 and b5 I would play. If I were no, I wouldn't play.
b5?
Yeah, I
Okay.
would play b5 just to
King to
make
a8.
the a threat.
b5.
Right. You cannot, of course, take because I'll take back. Discovered check on b5.
Why we are losing? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, how?
So I believe a5 b6 is still quite tricky.
Interesting. Yeah.
Quite tricky position because after b6 there is a threat of rook a7, rook a8 mate.
How about knight f1, knight
Alright.
e3?
I was thinking about knight. Yeah,
knight f5, knight e3 jump.
Yeah, you're right.
e3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Knight
Yeah.
f1, knight e3 just create a threat on the white king. All right, and then what happens if I play bishop f3? Queen f2, all right, it should be enough. Right. So,
Yeah.
but still it was quite interesting.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I wonder why he moved the rook on c7. Also, rook,
Yeah, I was wondering that too. I mean,
you can just simply take the h pawn, right?
Yeah,
right, and that's
Because
it.
you will have extra piece.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, the black king also seems to be in danger because of this open diagonal for the bishop and the a franc, which is in control of
Yeah,
white
exactly. After
pieces.
gh, I believe white should win actually that game. But
Yeah.
okay, as you can
Yeah.
see, that's the blitz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
things
yeah.
are happening.
Yeah. Thank you, Maria.
Thank you. I'll be back soon.
Okay.
I believe so.
So the round ended. The round ended
Yes, exactly.
already.
So on the first board, I've read that there was a draw on the first board. So no
I
player.
think you went with the gifts because you know that you will not win that.
Yeah, okay.
That's why you're pushing.
Yeah, I wanna push them out of the.
All right,
the
let's take a
board.
look. Oh, they shared the
Yes,
points.
and David Navarro lost his games to Mikhail Demidov, which I believe is a big.
upset.
Yes.
It's a big upset of
Right, and
of the
then
tournament.
Hovhannisyan won against Michał Karpus. So plenty of players will have 6.5 out of 7 points out of 7 games. So
I see at least one Georgian in the list. Panslaya Levan
Alright.
won against Gwen Johns from England. And then, yeah, we have Chaparinov, half Georgian there, but he lost this game in this round.
so many, actually I can see Poles, Karpus, Wojtaszek.
Yeah, lots of Polish players.
Yep. Actually here 2 of them only. And the Czechia, our brother from Czechia, David. So
Yeah, that's quite interesting. Still, we have some tension, and
Yeah,
it's
and
quite
on-
surprising that to see David Navara might struggle to get in top 16,
yes,
or maybe not.
exactly.
It's too extreme, maybe.
I believe he
I
will,
don't know.
because we still have 4 rounds to go today. So actually a lot, because only 7 are played. So I believe that, and Mary Arabize was best female after 6 rounds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, exactly.
It's quite nice. She's quite strong online player. We're waiting for the pairings. Maybe they have a little bit break now because we don't. I don't say the games are updated. So
Yeah,
maybe we
exactly.
can also take a little break. We have very nice a video about Katowice. You can take a look at this, and
Yeah,
we will
about the
come
whole
back
city, yeah, right.
and talk more about chess. Hello and welcome in the beautiful city, Katowice, Poland. The city is the host of European Online Blitz Championship. It was supposed to be over the board here, but due to the pandemic time, it is impossible to happen. But we're hoping that the next event in 2021 will happen in this city. So in this video, I would like to show you some places that you would like to visit when you are in Katowice. First thing first, we have to talk about this amazing building called Spodek. It's very hard not to see this building from any point of the city. And it is also very strategical for chess, because back in 2017, European Blitz and Rapid happened here in this building. And also, biggest festival in the region, Polish-Hungarian, happened here with more than 1,000 participants and many others. So we can consider Katowice and this place as a capital of European chess. Katowice used to be an industrial city with a lot of coal mines. Nowadays it grows rapidly, with global companies investing a lot of money here in the region, and also new technologies are developing. That's why European Online Chess Championship fits perfectly well in the city concept. This is Katowice city center. Here daily thousands of people are coming to visit restaurants, shops, cafes. There are projects happening here mostly weekly. And also there is huge chess boards, so everyone can come here and enjoy playing chess. It is mostly magical here to come for Christmas time, because there is a huge Christmas tree, food courts, and also ice rink if you're fond of that.
Welcome back, European Online Blitz Chess Championship here in Katowice, in Poland. Actually, we are playing online, but still, we are during the round number 8. So here we can see the game of Radosław Wojtaszek playing black against Aydin Suleymanli, sorry. So d4. Let's switch what happened in the game. d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3, bishop b4. So the Nimzo-Indian with Rubinstein variation. e3, knight ge2, rook e8, and bishop f8. I like that line with black because now I believe I'm doing quite well. And then knight on g3 is misplaced, I believe. So I believe black is doing fine. I believe it's his home preparation of Radek. He's known for his preparation. So I believe we have Maria in the studio with next topic. Maria?
Yes, I'm here. Hi. So I wanted to show a warning for young players who think that it is not important to castle. And most of my students do think that. And I always have to tell them that it's not true. So this is the example that I think will convince them that they should do the castling. Okay, so let's see it. White now played queen to c7. As it turns out, as you can see, Martin, the king is in the center on e1 square. So rook to d4 cannot be recaptured because there is a pin on e file. Okay, so white figured why not capture more pieces, right?
Yeah, I would do the same.
Yeah, me too, obviously. I like to eat also chess pieces.
You don't look like.
Queen to c2, and there is a threat of a checkmate on d1 square.
Yeah, too many pieces are attacking the white king, and the rooks are on the starting position as well as bishop. So
yeah. Also, I didn't mention that there is a checkmate on f2.
Oh, really?
Right? So the only option to protect both of those threats is to play queen to f3.
Not true. Bishop e2 was also possible.
Okay, sorry. So now, what do you think happens?
Rook d1.
Rook d1.
Right.
And as you can all see, that's a checkmate, because if he captures, well, he doesn't really have any other choice. If he captures the rook with a queen, then there's a checkmate on f2.
Very nice picture, I would say, because almost all white pieces are on the starting position. Yeah. And even though the material advantage of white is really enormous, so the rook and the bishop, I believe, and it's not enough because they are too passive and the king has no support.
Yes, and what is even more interesting, that the knight is the most active piece right now.
Right, yeah. Very nice example. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
So, kids, please do the castle.
Yep.
That was for you. This one is for you. For all of my students as well.
Yeah, for our chess supporters as well. So, okay, I believe we can come back to the games of round number 8 in a moment. Maria, how do you like the tournament? You watch more games than we do, actually, so what's your...
Yeah, I think
opinion?
I have more interesting job because I look for some blunders, and that's really funny. Because
it's not, they are not your
they
mistakes,
are not
right?
mine, and they are made by the grandmasters. So I feel like I'm on the same level as them. So it makes me feel like I am a grandmaster as well, right?
That way, okay, it
So
works
that's
that
why
way,
I love
okay,
this
now
job.
I understand, because why everybody is laughing when I'm doing some mistakes. As a human being, I do a lot, of course. So now I understand that feeling, that somebody would like to feel better. If I lose a game, somebody feels better, not only my opponent, but the others as well. Good to know. Thank you, Maria.
No problem.
Okay, so now let's switch to the games of the round number